have completely forgotten what the fuck we were doing here. So it's been that long.
Well, it has been a while, and
About a month.
I have it's been roughly a month. And I listened to the VODs the other day to get myself mostly refreshed and caught back up.
The building is on fire.
The folk that's going on.
Wait, no, it should be out because remember I pulled the fucking.
Yeah.
You didn't pull the fire alarm. You busted all the pipes open in the water.
Potato.
They're gonna have to replace the fire suppression system now.
Like literally, Torque had ran for the fire suppression button. And Swag was like, "No, I can do this faster." And he just took his scythe up into the pipes and yanked it loose to just let loose a cascade of water,
liquid,
right on top of everybody.
It was faster, but now they're gonna have to replace it. That's the part that's.
I mean, it was.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, this fire is currently on the map just for the effect of it was on fire for a brief moment. Essentially, the reason for the fire was because one of these mushroom mutant men had the ability to put out like a big cloud of mushroom spores, and those mushroom spores, much like wheat particles in a windmill, are super fucking flammable, and they exploded like a fireball, and they set everything on fire in the area. So yeah, it was very briefly on fire. Torque did run for the fire suppression button, but before she could get to it, like I said, Swag was just like, nope, and just like reached up and yanked down the piping to unleash all of the water and put out the fire. But to refresh our memories, because it has been a month since we actually all last were here and able to play and do all of that sort of stuff. In our last session, we had a bar fight. This is the Lips Club. This is the location where Torque learned how to be a bard. She was learning. Basically, she was tugging on her mother's skirts, and her mom was teaching her the business of running a saloon. So that gave Torque her like people skills, her like eye for detail, her ability like engage people in conversation, and all of the like all the social skill set that she has. They also do like burlesque and other things here at the Lips. The staff, which is famous or infamous, depending on who you talk to, for being rather attractive, engage in like a little bit of consensual sex work in the back. If you make that kind of deal with them. So yeah. This is the environment that Torque grew up in. This is the environment that created Torque. And it is run by her mother, Lihu. Which, again, Lihu here is a human woman that she is like an inch taller than Rosie. So she's a couple inches, taller than her daughter Torque, but like she is very clearly where Torque got it honest from. So yeah, but otherwise though, this is a tavern. This is an establishment where the various peoples of Whitrun would come in and be able to get like a drink and like maybe some finger food or whatever, be able to socialize, watch the whoever was performing on stage and listen to music, play games, yada yada yada, all of that sort of stuff, all the things that you would associate with a saloon. But when you guys arrived, Tim actually had come here first while y'all were in the market portion of the town doing a little bit of the actual like merchant stuff. Tim had come over here because he wanted to see if he could ask some questions, maybe get some information about the the ruins, which is the actual real reason why we're here in the first place. So that, you had a little bit more information before you went out into what was shaping up to be this spooky place up in the hills. So Tim came here with the fairly standard idea of like, hey, there's going to be people here who are locals who are probably going to be experienced and probably going, may also skew a little bit on the older side, so like they may have additional information. He met a older gentleman over here at the bar, a orc guy whose name is Ralph. Ralph is an old retired farmhand, and he told Tim that back in the day he had encountered a horse-sized scorpion that sang. Like it had a beautiful humanoid singing voice. And it scared the absolute shit out of him and his horse and everything. And then when he and the other like cowpokes finally managed to get up the courage to come back to camp to possibly engage with this giant singing scorpion, it was gone. And he never saw it ever again. That was at time on an evening when he was up in the higher Larchland area, which is where the Wild Rift ruins are located at. Again, for everyone's memory, the Wild Rift ruins are a dwarven ruin that is located a couple of days horseback ride from Whitrin. It's only going to take you really like a day to get there in the Flying Angler. But Torque and a couple of other NPCs have given you guys like some weird stuff that has happened generally in that area, most of which tend to revolve around strange animals or animal-like things anyways. But one thing that also came up was there was a sheriff who was here. His name is Sheriff Boken. And he was making eyes at Maxine, the bartender. And he told Tim that there has also been a series of disappearances recently in town. But they're not actually concerned about it because most of those disappearances are bandits. And they don't know if the bandits just left to go do banditry elsewhere, because there is a train that is being, tracks for a train that is currently being laid down. So, maybe that's just simply better target than the people. But they have noticed that they've been gone. And while he was telling this to Tim, that's when the rest of the party showed up, came in. Torque said hi to Boken. She knows him from when he was younger, and wanted to know like, hey, so you got through sheriff training, cool, and all of that sort of stuff. And that's when one of the guys at the bar, who had just been kind of like sitting there drinking, not really doing anything, like turned around and like put his hand on Torque's shoulder and was just like, hey, I remember you. Are you back on the menu?
Cheers
and that was essentially the needle
that.
that started the whole fight. And Torque, I mentioned, Torque did say to Seamus, she pointed out a guy who was sitting back here at this back table, that she did recognize. She didn't recognize the guy who spoke to her. She didn't recognize any of the other dudes who ended up being part of this fight. But there was one guy that she did recognize. And according to Torque, he was the guy who shot her several years ago. He's the reason why she's got that scar on her chest and on her back, like through her heart. So yeah, he was there. I mean, June helped. June helped a lot in killing that guy. June was, unfortunately, during that session, was basically 1/8 of a character because I was trying to run everything. But yes, that guy, he did prove to be a problem because he was very tough comparatively. Like the rest of these guys, these are essentially basic bandits, which they're definitely like toughs that are like ready to throw down. But versus a well-oiled team of adventurers like y'all, no, they are not withstanding that stuff. There was some weirdness though going on through the fight. First and foremost, Laria was like real spooked for reasons that she did not make clear, and no one else knew what was going on. But she was really spooked about something.
She
and then
did kind of like explain it to
ran
Callie
away.
a bit.
Yeah, she did explain it, not entirely.
Not clearly, but she tried her best.
Yeah, she did say to Callie a couple of things, like to the effect of, something was giving her the spooks, and she just needed to get the fuck out of there. So she did. She ran off. The party does not currently know where the fuck Ilaria is. Callie was the last person to see her, and the reason Callie was the last person to see her was because Callie was actually outside of the building for a majority of the fight, because Callie noticed mushrooms that were growing.
Magical mushrooms. Yeah.
Weird magical mushrooms that were growing with an extreme quickness, and Callie was like, "That's probably not good. That's probably a bad thing. I should do something about that." So she did. And meanwhile, Mr. Servos, Tim, Swag, Rusi, everybody was just in there, like, throwing punches, swinging swords, shooting guns. It was a full-on bar brawl. And then out came the Mushroom Mutant guy in the back. The Mushroom Mutant guy, who otherwise looks like he is an orc. He is completely covered. Like, honestly, think Last of Us, like Clicker, or the I don't know what they call the tank guys, the big burly ones, the bloaters or whatever. He is just absolutely coated in fungal growth, to the point of being almost unrecognizable. But he came out and he had, like I said, spores that ended up being extremely flammable, and they exploded. The guy who shot Torque originally, that guy, he was throwing some weird shit because he had bugs that were coming out of him. Like, he coughed up an entire like swarm of biting, stinging insects at one point, and then he had like a giant bug kind of like come out of his abdomen. But then once everything got like set on fire, he just sort of like zombied his way out of the window and then dumped himself into the well outside, at which point, which is, right there near where Callie was at. And Callie was like, you know what? I'm just going to make sure. It just started like offloading bombs into the well after him.
You had to make sure, okay.
Sterilized.
Yeah, had to make sure. So while the party was basically, mopping up, Sheriff Boken also ran back to town to gather a posse. So there is a posse currently on their way to the Lips. They will be here literally in minutes. But in the last moments, like I said, there was the explosion, and before Torque could hit the fire suppression button, Seamus took means into his own hands and just hooked his scythe up into the pipes that run through the rafters, yanked it down, and just dumped all of the water out of the system into this room and put out the flames. But now everything in here is soaking wet, smoldering from the remains of the fire. There is a very like wet, rotting sort of like plant matter smell, which Jamal had picked up beforehand. He had noted it, but like hadn't really like determined exactly what the fuck that was all about. But that was a thing that he had been. And then Callie did some poking around in the back rooms, and that's when Callie found in this back room here there was one really fucking big mushroom, one quite large growth. And there was also something weird about this room, and when Callie and Tim were poking around, they found out that this room is actually covered in a illusion spell. All of the furniture is real, and the pieces of floorboard that the furniture is sitting on so that they sit even like they're supposed to, it's real, but the actual rest of the floor is completely illusionary. It is all just dirt floor in there. And even though that you guys are aware of it, you still see a wooden floor. Like, the wooden floor looks completely real, completely solid. And if you stand on it and you don't think about it, you don't even realize that it's not there, or you don't even realize that it's not real. But once you think about it, and you sort of feel, what your feet are actually literally feeling underneath you, you're like, oh, yeah, this isn't actually even. This is just dirt. So yeah, that's what had happened. And essentially, Lihu, after coming out of the kitchen with the other NPCs, is at this very moment sort of just surveilling the damage in shock while she's still got like the double-barreled shotgun that she pulled out from under the bar.
Yeah.
That thankfully she didn't have to use. Yeah, she didn't get to use it because the chaos just happened so fast. So yeah, that's what's going on. So in this situation, in this moment, before the posse shows up, before the cops get here,
The fuzz.
what does the party want to do? Because your oracle is gone. There is a powerful illusion that you don't know what the fuck is up with it going on in the back room. There were these giant magical mushrooms that Callie, the only way that Callie has been taking care of them, by the way, has been like ripping them out of the ground, breaking them into pieces, and then stuffing them into her bag of holding.
Yeah, and then
so
free-sized one in the back here.
Yeah, this one back here is going to take time for her to like actually break it up into chunks small enough to stuff into the bag. She's going to need help.
Oh no, cops! I don't go well with cops. I got
Shit.
here.
Yeah, you're not the only one, because like there's bells ringing and stuff going on, deeper in town, which is only like a block or two away, so it's plenty loud, easy for y'all to hear, and it's like Lilu is like looking at everything, still sort of like in shock of the massive amount of damage that was done so very quickly to this place. Torque kind of leans over to Rosie a little bit, and she lowers her voice and she says, so I'm pretty sure that the bounty on me has run out by now, but just in case it hasn't, I might need to make myself scarce here in just a second. Oh yeah. My mom is a professional at this. This stuff doesn't happen regularly at the Lips, but like fights and all kinds of stuff break out here all the time. That's normal. The building almost, or at least partially catching on fire, is also kind of normal. This is beyond normal, but my mom's a veteran of this sort of thing. She's got this. So I'm just gonna fade into the background. If you need me, let me know. But I might have to slip out the back window or something, just in case.
It's the scene from Scott Pilgrim.
Jumping out the window, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you go. Well, I want to figure out where the mycelium's network is going, and I hope that means leaving this building and exiting through the back window and not being let out to the police that are potentially coming.
Callie takes just some dirt samples from the floor, and Callie can tell that this dirt is mostly mycelium. It is just absolutely rife with the stuff.
My main thing is going to be ended up helping Callie, but the two things I want to do before that is double check and make sure that there's not anything immediately dangerous still left in the building. And this can either come before or after I help Callie with getting rid of the mushroom or figuring more about it. I'd like to ask Lehu who last rented this room out. If they happen to have,
she can find that out for you. She doesn't know offhand, but she can find that out for you.
That'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that there's not like a fucking hidden mushroom man somewhere under the floorboards in this building. And then
why would he be under the? Why would he be under? There's no floorboards. There is no floor. Why would he be under the floorboards?
In the rest of the building, there is.
Hey, there is floorboards in the rest of the building. This room is the one that specifically is illusionary.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to like pull up floorboards. That was a bit, but you know, it just
grab a crowbar, start peeling back the hardwood floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I threw poison bombs down there, so you probably shouldn't be drinking out of there anyway. So
yeah, I was saying don't touch that well for a little while.
Hey man, everybody was like, "Hey, you really want to poison the well?" I'm like, I'm pretty sure the dead body already poisoned the water. Okay, like let's be real here. I didn't poison that fucking water. That water was already fucking dead, bro. Like,
I didn't do shit.
Callie's defense is, I found it that way.
It was already that bad.
Hey guys, it's not my fault. The guy had poison on him or something when I blew him up.
You can't burn a building that's already on fire.
Yeah. So.
Oh damn, that's a lot. I'm gonna just about this.
So. Yeah.
Over here.
Torque also sees the guys coming, and she's like, I'm just gonna
stand right here.
La da da. Gonna walk
fucking
through here. Da da da. Through this door. Oh, not squish. Don't squish.
She flat now.
Through the door. Yeah, she's just gonna shuffle her way back here. But yeah, the sheriff and several they're all orcs. Several townsfolk who all look like cowboys. All come in with guns and rifles, machetes, and other sort of implements like that. Now, Sheriff Boken is the only one with a badge on, but when he does walk in, he does announce that that he is a member of the sheriff's, and that with him is a legally gathered posse that is here to assess the situation. So he does make that announcement loudly, ahead of himself as he's coming in, so that you guys can quite clearly hear it, possibly so that Torque can hear it, which is why she just casually shuffles off. Torque's mother, Lihu, she pats Torque on the shoulder as she goes by, and she puts the double-barrel shotgun over her own shoulder and turns around and steps over here next to Tim as the posse's coming through the door, and she loudly calls out to them, "It's about damn time. How come you guys are always here after the action?" Now, Boken, you were here when it started, so I guess you're clear this time around. But the rest of you, where were you guys at? Normally you're here for drinks around noon. It's almost that time. Look at this mess. The guys on the floor, they're the ones responsible. You got my word here. And she looks at Tim and reaches over and just knuckles him in the shoulder, just yeah. These folk are fine. Aren't they, Boken?
Mostly.
Yeah, aren't they, Boken? And Boken's yes, ma'am. As far as I'm concerned, these folks are on our side. And he looks at the rest of the posse, and he's like, these are the ones I told you about. Obviously, they're not from around here, but they're not part of the problem. We got some guys. I don't know who they are. I didn't recognize them. We got to figure out who these folks are, what's going on. Also, Miss Tholk, I think you might have a leak you need to do something about.
The soaked Conrasu is just right behind her.
And looks back at
The waterlogged Conrasu.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just kind of like looks back at the water damage, and then like looks back at Pokin, takes the gun off of his shoulder and holds it, like in front of herself in both hands. So she's like, "Yeah, I'll get right on that." And then she walks around Tim and over here behind the bar.
Can
while
Tim
the
just, like-
while the rest of the posse comes in.
Can Tim just try and like palm her like 15 gold pieces?
Oh, like
You
sleight of
can
hand,
if you want
kinda
to.
15.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to slide
I
her
know
a
a
bite in front
drug
of the
deal when
cop,
I see one.
Oh damn! I have a really funny joke I kind of want to do.
Is there a sleight of hand?
I was gonna have Callie. I thought, would it be really funny if Callie walked all the way around the building and just came through the entrance like, oh my god, what happened here?
What happened here? I was outside picking mushrooms. What happened? It's not really a slip. It's more just like trying to give her money to be like, hey, we helped, but we also broke a lot of shit. So Tim's gonna be like, hey, here you go.
Yeah. Although, speaking of which, Callie, since you're now out in the back,
I am.
you do see another mushroom.
Oh god damn it! I thought we got all of them.
let me reveal.
I'll be
this
like,
one.
okay, we'll go over there actually. Go deal with this one too. Shove that one into the bag of holding.
All right.
Hey,
Thankfully, it's one of the still smaller ones, so you're able to just rip it up and like snap it in half and feed it into the bag. And a good quick look around, this is the only one that's back here that's popped up. So as far as that's concerned, that is apparently the last one. But yeah. So for those of you who are near a downed mook from the combat. So Rusi, Jamal, Swag, Rosie, Torque can't see this. She's in the room over there. Callie wouldn't be able to. I would like all of you guys though to make a perception check. The DC the DC for the perception check is let me grab it here. It's a 28.
Him.
So wait, I can't even see this guy over here through the window.
He's flat on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he'd be flat on the floor, so you wouldn't be able to see him because of the angle.
I'm too waterlogged to see.
Tim's trying not to get shot by the cops.
Okay, yeah. Tim is just standing there.
I think Tim's trying a little too hard not to be suspicious this time, though.
Okay, so I guess it's just Rosie then. So Rosie, this is the guy who is covered in the fungal growths. But like these other guys, they are just orc cowboys, cowpokes. But this guy here, specifically, as you're like kind of glancing there through the door to, see Torque, who is moving over and is pausing like as she's moving towards the window to like step over this guy, which is why she's not really paying like close attention to him because she's just trying to get to the window. Like this guy here, you notice his nose move. Like his nose shifts into like a different shape than what it was just a moment ago. This guy here specifically. This guy? Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, specifically that guy. The shape of his nose just changes. Like it just shifts into a different shape. Like it looks like it was broken at some point in the past. Like he had a perfectly fine nose, but now it looks like he had broke it at some point, and it has regrown slightly crooked. So it doesn't move like he's like sniffing or something like that. This guy looks dead as a fucking door now. But you see, yes, very much so. And as you're just sort of like taking note of that, you notice there's just a slight shift starting with his eyebrows, of his hair changing to a slightly different shade of brown. And like those little details that, identify a individual face just start to melt away. It's not too unusual, or it's not too terribly different than when Tim uses his magical scarf to masquerade as like a background person. It is similar to that. It's very similar to that, but it's not quite the same. But yeah, his features, his facial features and his coloration just shifts ever so slightly, so that like after a couple of seconds, that's a different dead dude than was there a second ago. And in addition to him being different, he also has plaque and plate fungal growths coming off of one of his cheeks, which was not there beforehand. You're right, June. Rusi speaks up. He's like, yeah, you're right. He didn't have mushrooms on him. I like that guy over there. Like he looks down at the guy who's like fully turned. But he looks at this guy and he kind of like nudges him with his boot and like lolls his head in the other direction, and you can see more fungus on the other side of his head. As he is fully a completely different orc man than he was a moment ago. And just looking around at the other ones nearby, like this one down here, back over through the window at this one, which Torque is. you just see Torque's ass as she like flips herself out through the window.
Yeah.
But like all of these guys are now just subtly different guys, and in fact, as you're pointing this out and like, oh, this is different. You hear like Sheriff Boken make a noise over where he's like looking down at these two dudes over here by the bar, and he's like, wait a second, I know this guy.
Which guy? The guy that Mr. Sherrose killed, or the guy that Callie blew his head off with the gun, point blank range?
Well, the guy who still has most of his face. He's like, I know this guy. He looks up over at Tim, and he's like, you remember for all of that shit happened, I was telling you about those disappearances? Well, here's one of those disappearances. Looks like the case has been solved.
Oh.
But I swear this guy wasn't here when I was in the bar. I saw this man die, but it wasn't this man. What the fuck is going on here?
Can Tim do some kind of like arcana occult thing to see if this is just like what their body makeup is, or if this is like magic?
You can do an arcana check. Let me get the DC for you. I know it's going to be around 27 or 28, but let me get that.
It's cool if Tim and I both do it.
Tim has a plus
Yes.
12, but
Yeah.
I'll always
You both can do that.
Oh,
Can-
damn. Well,
What was
maybe,
what was
maybe
the
calling
DC?
Maybe calling Callie over. With,
You know what? I'll hero point that. Actually, you know what? I won't hero point it. I'll rewind time that shit.
All right.
Uh-huh.
It is.
Oh,
that's hot. All right, do it again. Give me another
All
one.
right.
With
Give me that
+1.
oh, there you go.
There we
Hey,
go.
29. Let's go.
There we go. Okay.
Let's
This
get it.
is. Where is. Okay, here. All right. This is a. This is a spell. Pardon me. And it is a powerful. All right. So, yeah, this spell is a spell that is called Veil, which in and of itself is not a like super rare or freaky sort of thing or anything like that. But for it to be doing what it is doing, because it's assumingly affecting multiple targets, and it held up through combat and all that sort of stuff, is you're looking at a heightened version of, or excuse me, not Veil, illusory disguise. So it's basically the same thing that Tim's scarf does, but on a much larger, much more detailed scale. So whoever cast this, whoever generated this magical effect, is at the very least an equally skilled spellcaster to Seamus himself.
Ooh.
That's not necessarily a good
Yeah.
thing, though.
It's
Well, I mean, yeah, it's probably not a good thing because these are all haunted bandits who have all been infected with some sort of like
Yeah,
fungal disease.
growth. And they're also being like, changed so that they look different, so that people don't know they're wanted criminals.
Is
Yep. Probably
Are these-
probably all of that together not good.
yeah.
Just saying, we must might want to chop down that other mushroom. By the way, the big one.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
Callie's trying to run from the cops again.
Once this seems like somewhat handled, Tim will try and go back to start like pulling up the mushroom. Hopefully by that time Lehu will maybe have some information on who was in that room.
She does in fact like come back over here to the bar, checks in with her employees while Bokum and the other guys are looking around, which he does send the other posse members over to gather the other dead, and bring them like all together over here so they're not like spread around the building. So that's what they do. They spend a couple minutes doing that, and otherwise during this time period, Lehu like checks in with her other employees, and she also gets out her ledger book to check and see who rented that room last. And according to her ledger book, the last person that rented that room was a trader that had come in from up north, from deeper in the high plains, and was a hobgoblin woman who, in the book, it has their name down as Erin, I think it is. Let me confirm that.
Hobgoblin. I forgot about them. I can't.
Yeah, there
tell
was
if
a hobgoblin.
Well, I remember her from the fight. She ran away, but I'm trying to remember if she was an ally to the bandits or not. Because she did throw a bucket of piss on one of them at one point.
She threw a bucket of piss to put him out. So
yeah,
one of the guys was on fire.
Yeah, it is a 50. He was on fire, but it was a bucket of piss.
On fire. He was on fire, and she threw a bucket of piss. She ran into the room. She ran into the illusionary room. That was the room that she ran into, and she slammed the door behind her when the shit went down. And then she had opened the door to peek out, and that's when the explosion happened. And she definitely caught a little bit of that.
Was there any?
And then a moment later, she stuck her hand out with the fucking bucket of piss and threw it on the guy on the ground who was on fire but still alive.
I have to ask: is there any like tracks leading out of this? Hold on, this room. The hobgoblin left behind when she like.
You would need to make a survival check. Are you trained in survival?
Tim has good tracking if you'd like.
So, yeah.
You do need to be trained for this.
Survival. Damn it, I'm not trained in survival.
Well, hold on. Torque is with you.
Hey,
Torque is with you.
Help over here.
Let's see here. Torque is actually trained in survival.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Help us.
All right. Let's begin the process of Torque not rolling higher than a 3. Oh, hey, look, she rolled a 12. Okay.
Hey.
Is that good enough? Is that good enough? Let's see here.
If it's not, let me know.
Call over like brick or something. Have Tim.
Oh, well, it is enough for her to determine that there are no people tracks that come from this room. There are tracks of various like mounts, mostly hooved animals that are very common in this area. Like there's plenty of that because you do have this area here in the back where they've got like their little stable area and a feed and all that sort of stuff. So that's very common. There is also this area here which is cobbled, so you're not going to get any tracks there. But right at the windows, no, there are. She can confirm for you there are no people tracks. Nobody came through this window. The window on here, also just to point out to Callie, is closed and is very obviously locked from the inside. So wherever she went, it wasn't through this window, and she didn't touch the ground out here, at least, or she didn't touch the ground hard enough to like leave tracks. So Torque can at least confirm for you there are no people tracks, booted or unbooted, over here. It's just animals.
He was gonna start hacking at this mushroom because he has a feeling that this might be going somewhere.
All right, so don't really know about this guy, according to Boken. Don't really know about this guy because he had his head blown. But he's probably one of the other missing dudes. These are all bandits. These are all known bandits that they have been looking for. That have all been.
I'm gonna give Tim a hand with the mushroom as well.
That have all been poofed. While the posse is dealing with that, Boken is going to come up and talk to the party. But yeah, he comes over here to talk to the party, and he essentially wants a breakdown of what happened after he ran off to get the posse, because the building wasn't on fire or anything when he walked out. He heard the explosion. He does mention that the mushroom lady that was with you guys did come like running past him like she was on a mission, and ran into town, but like
area or
he doesn't know what any of that stuff.
I know this is meta, but didn't you say Laria saw somebody or something in town?
Laria did see something weird and unusual. So yeah, she did see something. But it wasn't someone. She saw an animal. And we will switch over to her in just a minute here.
Laria only adventure.
because Laria adventure is going to happen. But Boken basically comes over to get a statement from the party of like, hey, what happened after I left? You guys aren't in trouble. I just need like information on what the fuck went down. And all of that sort of stuff. I'm going to have the posse, check over the premise, make sure there's not somebody hiding under a bed or something, and check everything down. And I would appreciate it if you folks would stick around and let us go through this process. It should be pretty quick. I really just need to get some statements from you, so I can take that back over to the town head, and he'll know what's going on. And maybe we can get to the fucking bottom of this.
Ty's gonna sneak out and try to find Laria.
I know that you guys had a robed fellow with you. Is he a wizard or some kind of mystical type? He had like a black face mask on or something.
Seamus just kind of peeks his head out. It's just like,
You call.
Hey, you. Hey, you a spellcaster, wizard or something?
Yeah, wizard adjacent. Yes.
If I were to ask you what the fuck happened here with all of the fire and stuff, could you give me an answer?
Uh,
I'm not blaming you for anything. I want to be clear. I'm not blaming you on anything. I don't know shit about spells, man. So I'm asking you, potentially somebody who knows shit about spells, if you could give me an answer on what kind of magic happened.
It's a really good. The kind of magic is imagine a really good disguise. That's it. It's just a really good disguise.
I think.
What does that got to do with the fire bit?
Yeah.
Oh, the fire. One of the people turned into a weird bug amalgamation thing and just did a big asshole firewall, and that's how the building got caught on fire.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of the bugs on my way out, so I saw that bit.
Creepy little bastards.
Yeah, very strange. What's going on in that back room back over there?
Tim pokes his head out holding a chunk of mushroom. We're just doing some cleaning. And he goes back in.
Boken's gonna Boken slides his eyes over to Rosie and it's just like cleaning. Huh.
I'm just as surprised as you.
Oh no!
No, Rosie hasn't even seen it or any of the other mushrooms.
Yeah,
I don't think Rosie has seen any of the mushrooms at all.
Single mushroom, yeah. I mean, Rosie might have seen Callie like to depart from the group, but like she didn't know.
Yeah.
The sound of shovels hitting the fucking dirt.
like metal pipe sound effect.
Like
the rogue is just like looking over at the magus and like hits him with the "Are you doing something illegal?" like eyebrow raise. Can you be arrested for what's going on in there right now?
Seamus, like he does like the cartoon eye roll and he shakes his head like, "No, we're not doing anything of the sort like that."
Well, that's the thing. I don't even think they know. Like, I think Tim is like the only one who actually knows anything about the mushrooms.
All right.
I don't know if he'd be able to explain because I feel like Callie's the only one who really knows anything about the damn mushrooms.
All right.
And Callie just fucking bolted. So good luck explaining it to him.
All right. So and Torque is hightailing it with
just told to remove the mushroom,
so
Tim is removing the mushroom.
So Bokum like looks over in that looks in that direction, looks back at like Rosie, Rusi, and Jamal, and he's like, let me just go ahead and take down a statement, guys. And he pulls out his like notepad and like starts to take a statement.
I feel like
so
he starts
while
taking notes, and then like you just hear the revving of like a chainsaw, as like fucking Tim is just like trying to chop the mushroom down.
Yeah, and Rosie can see that like Boken is fully aware that something's going on over there, but he's just not going to ask about it. He's chosen like I'm not going to dig into that right now.
Funnily enough, thinking's what I'm doing.
He's going to go for that. But while that's going on, we're going to switch over to Laria. Now, Laria, you ran from the lips into the center of town. So let me move us real quick back to the city map of Whitren. All right, so Laria. Let's see here. What we'll do is we will put Rusi down here at the Lips Club to represent the party. And then we will put Laria down here where she is, not too far away, over in the main area of the town. And she is there with other people around. Like there's plenty of people around that are going about doing. They all were like looking in the direction of the lips when shit hit the fan, and a lot of them have like kind of been looking over at you as you ran up. But the last thing that you had saw after you had like gotten over here to like stop and catch your breath once you were distant from the Lips Club, and you didn't really feel that presence as strongly as you were feeling it. You saw something unusual. And what you saw that was unusual was you saw a crab. An ocean crab scuttle like underneath one of the porches, where they've got like the hitch to tie up horses and stuff like that. It crawled out of a water trough and plopped down into the dirt, and then it scuttled up to the lattice, the wooden lattice for the porch, and it squeezed its way through and it scuttled on into the darkness. Obviously, this is weird because you are like 1,000 miles from the nearest like ocean water that you're aware of, and you're also like almost a mile above sea level. So this thing is wildly outside of its environment, but it's just a little red crab, just a little fucking animal that just diddly-doot into the building. But otherwise, everything here is very normal. You've got people going around, handling their business. There's a lot of like chatter that's going on with the whole like, hey, we just heard an explosion. They sent off the bells. Sheriff came by, rustled up a posse real quick, and they all ran off to it. We're all going to like listen to see if we hear gunfire, and then we're going to decide on whether or not we're going to run away or join in, because everybody's got guns. But at the moment, they're all just kind of, doing that like wait and see thing. No one is paying special attention to you, although you are very clearly the only Leshy in this area. It is mostly just humans and orcs, which also means you're the only small-sized person in this area. Everyone is at least twice your size or bigger. And then, of course, there's all of the horses and the giant scophobores and the other like mounts that they have, most of which are currently tied off and are either munching on feed or slurping out of the water troughs at the various buildings and all that sort of stuff. There are wagons moving, singing, all of that normal shit. Everything is very fucking normal in the middle of the day.
Yeah, Larry is used to being around people who are taller than her.
The only other thing that is unusual from this scene is that instead of birds, you do occasionally see one of those bugs fly by. One of those alien Vescivore bugs just flies past and like lands on one of the buildings and like starts munching on the siding.
How long will it take Callie to like locate where it is? Callie ran the fuck off when the guy was like, "We're gonna take statements."
So you did see the way that she came, and assuming you go wide around the Lips and then go up through the back alleys and whatnot, like 30 seconds really. If Callie is not if Callie is not like taking her sweet ass time. It'll take you like 30
taking
seconds.
her sweet ass time. Kelly's like, wait a minute, where did Larry? Because she's the only one last one who saw her, right? So she'd go like look for her immediately.
Yeah, and Torque is like on your tail because she also wants to avoid the cops. But yeah, she's just following behind you, and Torque's only question really is you guys are like
I mean,
running
it
off.
would be
It's
hard
like,
for
hey.
Kelly to spot her from a distance because she
But
is
yeah,
kind of glowing.
Torque, I mean, yeah, there is that. And Torque does ask Callie as y'all are moving, why does Dr. Termers have a giant chunk of mushroom that he's trying to stuff into your like bag of infinite space? What's up with that?
Well, I saw these mushrooms growing around at like incredible speeds. I think you might have saw one of them. At one point.
I mean, there was that one that was sticking up in that back room where you asked me to look for tracks.
Oh yeah. They're weirdly magical in nature. Callie would say, like I mean, obviously that's clear because they're growing pretty big, like fast, right? But like, I think a lot of why Laria ran away, they kind of have something to do with it, right? 'Cause she's a mushroom. And there were mushrooms, and then she was telling me stuff about how she was hearing a voice in her head, and then she ran away. She told me that I should run away because it will be the only way that we'll be all safe or whatever. Very manic stuff.
That's not concerning at all. That the Oracle that talks to the universe would tell you that.
Yeah. I thought it was really weird too, and I told her to like sit down and. Like, it would probably be fine, it will be okay, and then I turned around and she was, like, gone, you know? So yeah, that was pretty, like, spooky.
Mazda?
Okay.
That is actually what happened. Callie was picking mushrooms and she ran away.
Mushroom grew bigger is when she started screaming and then she ran and
Your peace of mind.
Yeah, that is what happened.
All right, so Laria, the Callie and Torque will in a few seconds be coming around the corner, but until then, you're otherwise alone. You're here in the area. There's lots of NPCs around you, plenty of open businesses and other buildings and things like that. What are you going to do now that you're here?
I mean, well, now that she's out of the area, and like she's in the middle of like the city. I mean, like she's probably just gonna like try to find a safe spot. Like maybe like, is she in the market like area?
You are in the market area. There's a couple of tables that are still like doing business, but most of it has shut down for the midday. You know, people are switching into their like, you know, afternoon stuff. So, but you are in that area. There's still like, there's, you know, like a lot of tables. Like, have you ever been to like a swap meet or a what do you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
or a flea market, yeah.
Yeah, or a flea market, yeah.
Mhm.
It's got that kind of vibe.
Farmers market.
Yeah, farmers market, like that sort of stuff. It's very much that vibe. But there. But if you're going to try to get to somewhere safe, I guess the question is to ask, what does Laria consider to be safe?
I mean, she's probably just gonna like go to one of those stores and like look around and see if it'll like calm her down or like distract her from what just happened.
Okay.
See if maybe she wants to buy or like sell something.
Okay. All right then. So you head to one of the shops. When you get onto the boardwalk that runs there in front of multiple, you know, shops, they're all part of basically one long building. When you get onto the boardwalk, and you walk down a couple of doors. Like this one looks like it's a probably a bank. The next one looks like it's probably like some sort of like feed store. Very farm related things. But there's one that's down at the end that looks probably a general store. And so you're heading in that direction. And when you reach a break in one of the buildings, you notice something a little weird. No check or anything involved here. You just notice this one little alleyway that's in between these buildings is really, 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 really wet. Like it's super muddy. Like somebody just dumped an ass load of water here. It's very muddy. It's very ruddy. There are no people in this little particular alleyway. But you do notice that in one of the like puddles that has gotten there in the mud, there's a fish that is slowly suffocating in this muddy puddle that is flopping around. And it is a very colorful tropical fish.
Damn.
It's roughly about the size of your hand, so it's not like a big fish or anything.
Yeah,
but it's
it's
on its side, flapping and splashing, and it's very, very pretty in this otherwise, very brown, sort of like drab location. But yeah, there's just a tropical fish in a puddle in this muddy alleyway.
Yeah, she's like, first a crab and now there's a fish. Like, what the is going on?
Yeah, I forgot about the
crab. But she is gonna like avoid that area and just like she's gonna like go inside the building.
Okay. All right then. So Laria heads into the building as or walks up to the front of the building, so that just as Callie and Torque are coming around the corner into the main market area, it's very easy for them to be like, oh, across the way over there, you see Laria ducking inside of the general store.
There is the glowing mushroom lady.
There is the mushroom lady. So yeah, Callie, you see her. You see Laria duck into the general store. Is it safe to assume that you go there?
Yeah, I guess Callie's well, she's ducking into the door. Callie just kicks the door open like she owns the place.
All right, you head over there. You find you find Laria, like in the first aisle, like standing there looking at the shelves, and she's got like a bottle of like sarsaparilla in her hand, and she's like looking at the price tag on it, and she's like, $3 copper for a bottle of sarsaparilla? That's highway robbery.
Highway robbery.
Highway robbery.
But yeah, she's there, and there's
is that like alcohol?
There's like 2 or 3 other people here.
Yeah.
It is not alcoholic. It is non-alcoholic sarsaparilla.
Oh.
Oh no.
For $3 copper, man.
$3 copper for non-alcoholic sarsaparilla. That is highway robbery.
It is highway robbery, but like it's basically branded with like the town and everything, so it's basically like merch. It's like Whitman branded merch.
Run branded.
It's like Disney beer.
Disney beer.
Yeah, it's fucking tourist trap shit.
I guess Callie goes up to Larry and is just like, "Are you okay?" Well, actually, no. I feel like that's probably not the first thing she would say. Actually, she'd be like, "Mom, why did you run away, Mom?
Mom, why did you go?"
She picks her up or something.
When did you get here, Callie?
Oh, the cops showed up and I ran away. The typical stuff.
The cops showed up and I ran away. Larry is just like, were you the one that made the building explode?
Shockingly, not this time. No, I had to run away in case they thought I was the one that blew up the building this time.
I don't know.
Preemptively running away.
Honestly.
I was picking mushrooms.
And Torque like leans around Callie to look down at Laria, and he's just like, I don't know who blew up the building. My mom is going to be real pissed. We are going to hear a lot about that tomorrow.
Dude, just be like, well, Callie, I will believe you. I guess I'll believe you. Cause like you were outside when it happened, I think. So.
Yeah, I was picking mushrooms. Have you seen anything weird around town?
Yeah, actually, first I saw an ocean crab.
An ocean
Like,
crab?
Yeah, like, just scuttling around. And then, I saw, like, a small fish in an alleyway. And I'm thinking, this may not be a coincidence. This town is getting weirder and weirder, and I don't like it.
You saw the famous Whitburn alley fish?
An alley fish.
Full disclosure, there is no such thing. I'm just bullshitting you. What do you mean you saw a fish? Like what? Okay, you saw a crab and you saw a fish. We don't have crabs here, Laria. Like there's a lake not too far from here, but like there ain't no crabs in that lake.
Crabs.
Like
crabs.
Yeah, I would figure. Yeah, there's
you didn't
mushrooms, and then I see crabs and fish. There's a lot of stuff I feel like don't belong here and are here. Yeah, Laria would describe how the fish will look to Callie.
Oh,
she's like, "Do you?"
Would Callie figure out that it's not a freshwater fish?
Yes, it is. It is. Yeah, from the description, it is very clearly a saltwater fish that is native to tropical waters down towards the like southern end of the torrential sea. So yeah, about 1,000 miles to the west. Give or
Callie
take.
would be like, yeah, that's not a freshwater fish that you saw. That's a saltwater fish, and they typically are like, not native here. Obviously, they're usually found in the torrential sea, which is like 1,000 miles away, basically. That's very weird that you saw that. However, though, I think I have figured out what was causing you to freak out. And it's I think yeah.
Fuck mushrooms.
Yeah, he's right. It's the mushrooms, I think. Somebody summoned some mushrooms, I think. Some very spooky mushrooms with
Dr. Tremors digs around in the bag.
Mushrooms too?
Dr. Tremors digs around in the bag and pulls out one of the mushrooms that the little whorls and bits on that make up the outer skein of the mushroom does vaguely look like a face. And he holds it his little like his tail hand and like thrusts it out at Laria, and Laria,
Laria would get creeped out by it, and she would just be like, "Get that thing away from me!"
Yeah, it's like you're looking at like a torn off baby doll head.
Yeah, I'll put you. We might want to put that back, Dr. Tremors. I don't know. That's freaking her out.
Fuck.
I think that somebody's casting a spell as well, because that room you saw, Torque, with the big mushroom in it, it had an illusionary spell. There wasn't any floorboards on the floor, actually. It was all dirt, and the mushrooms could freely grow out of the ground.
Jackhammer sound distant.
You just hear the of somebody like chopping a tree down or something.
Yeah, and it does not take long, honestly, for Tim to do this. It is a mushroom. It is, breakable. I mean, he's extremely tough because it's very big, but like it's enough for you to like beat on it a few times to like snap it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as y'all are discussing this, Callie feels Torque like, kind of like tap her on the shoulder, and when Callie looks over at Torque, kind of like signals with her eyebrows of like, hey, look over there. And what she signals to is through the big swingy saloon doors that are on the front of this building, or sitting on the swingy saloon doors, there is one of those freaky looking Vescor bugs, and it appears to be looking directly at Callie. It's just sitting there like 15 feet away, but it is looking directly at Callie. And then its four little dragonfly wings start like.
Is looking at Callie.
It starts bzzing, and then it like launches itself, and it very drunkenly, weaves its way over to where Callie is at, and then starts buzzing around her.
This is bizarre.
It lands on you.
Ah, get it off!
It lands on your arm, and it starts to scuttle towards your fingers.
Creepy bug. I told when it get to that cow, I don't want any of that smoke.
Dr. Tremors, eat it.
Dr. Tremors, get the fly swatter.
Get the gun.
He pulls out a gun.
Just like right at your arm, at your forearm.
Yeah, just pulls out a gun and point blanks Callie in the arm. No, he pulls himself out of his harness as he is usually wont to do, and like chomps at the Vescivore, and he grabs it in his like mouth, and like he grabs the end of it with his tail in the mouth and the tail direction, and he just rips this thing in half, and then spits it on the floor, and he goes, "Ah, fuck," and then like holds up the other piece like to Callie, like, for you.
My lady.
Callie goes, ooh, and then claps. Like, good job, Dr. Tremors. I wasn't worried at all. I knew you could do it.
Fuck yeah! And then he like touchdown spikes the thing into the floor. Yeah. But even as he is doing that, another one slams into the window, like, and then backs up a little bit, and then backs up a little bit, and then it starts crawling along the side of the building, making its way slowly towards the door.
Buzz.
Buzz
Yeah,
off.
and to remind everybody, the Vescivores are long, locust-like insects. They're roughly the size of a full-grown man's hand, all the way from like wrist to the tip of the fingers. Like it's that long. Its butt end has like two little stingy prongs that might be stingers, although you've never seen them in any like stingery fashion. It has four wings like a dragonfly. It's only got four legs, which is really the main clue that tells you this thing is not actually a real insect from the universe. It's an alien bug that comes from the outer rifts. And while it looks like it does definitely have like a face, like there's segmented eyes and mouth parts and everything like that, when it actually decides to eat, the entire head just disconnects, like a fucking horror show. Every piece of it is actually jawed, and then it latches onto the thing. Its mouth is not big enough to like eat Callie's individual fingers in a single bite. It would take it at least two. But
the fact that it's still only two.
Damn, it wants my fingers, bro.
But yeah, if it really, really wanted it, and Callie did absolutely nothing to stop it, it would eventually eat Callie's fingers.
Give me them fingies.
These things can apparently eat basically any organic material whatsoever. and they don't seem to hold any particular preference for anything. So this is the first time you're seeing it actually like go for something specifically. And eventually, that second one does make it to the door, and like the first one, it sits there for a moment to orient itself on Callie, and then it drunkenly flies towards her and starts going towards her hands.
But why is it only it's like going to you?
And Dr. Tremors is like, no, mine.
Nar.
We're not
just gonna
allowed.
keep swatting at it, like biting it.
Just start holding Dr. Tremors out in front of you. Just hungry hippo.
Yeah, Dr. Tremors is like, no, get off, mine. But yeah, these things individually, again, to remind you, they're by themselves, they're not like dangerous, especially to you guys. Individually, you know, though, that according to people who are more learned on this, these things do come in swarms, and when they come in swarms, like locust, they can strip an entire area of every piece of organic matter, living or dead, given enough time. And they totally fucking will. They have barely any sort of like there's hardly a brain synapse in any individual one of these things to make any sort of decisions. They are eusocial. They do have queens. The queens are a problem. The queens are a whole ass problem. But these guys, they're annoyances at most. And these annoyances, so far 2 of them, have decided to target Callie's hands as their like next lunch menu item. So
are they coming from a direction? Why are they so after me?
Generally, previously,
do you
you guys knew that they come.
No.
When am I gonna wash them?
They have come into town from roughly this
have
direction.
Water.
Wait, hold on. What direction?
They've been coming into town from roughly this direction.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was that direction. Actually.
From the Larchlands. So, the bugs do show up, but if Callie wants to wash her hands, that might be something to do before the next one comes in and tries to munch on your fingies.
She's like, yeah, I got water. Do you want to wash your hands?
Sure. I don't want him to take. Is it because I touched the mushrooms?
That's my guess. How many mushrooms did you touch? To just
enough.
do this spell.
Like I think it was like 5 or 6 or something.
It was a total of 6. Tim, back at the lips, while you're pulling out the last little bit of that mushroom, of the big mushroom, there is a splat. There's a buzz and then a splat as one of them just runs into the window.
Oh no! I think I know what they were attempting to do. They're trying to.
It just like, bumps into the glass repeatedly as it's trying to like get into the room.
Guys, I have a really good idea. What? Since they're clearly attracted to the mushrooms, what if we just set up like a huge electro bug zapper and just have like a giant mushroom in the center of it? So that
is such a Callie thing to do, and I love it.
Yeah. I think that could definitely assist.
Gonna make a fly trapper.
I'm hearing typing and it's worrying me.
Thirsty.
But
Callie, if you want to sift the water, you might want to do it before Callie washes her hands.
Callie's like, oh, I gotta watch Dr. Tremors too. He touched the mushroom. I'm pretty sure he touched it with his whole body. and she starts dunking him into water like that.
Baptizing this.
Yeah, like that one video of the Pope baptizing that little baby. Just like
aggressive baptizing. Yeah, so you guys do this, and like the proprietor of the general store like looks up over from like his like counter area and is like, "Hey, can you guys do this outside, please?"
Well, no, we can't, sir. There's bugs outside, and they're attacking my fingers. I gotta wash your mirror.
What?
He would probably see just the dead bugs on the floor.
There's probably like 3 of them. Yeah, 3 dead bugs on his ground. He'd be like, maybe
after
that woman.
After the Tremors baptism and you've washed your hands, you might be okay. Plus, Tim is covered in the stuff, so I'm pretty sure they've got a bigger target.
Honestly, we should rub
I think Tim might be safe though, because like
Tim,
he's not organic.
I just had another funny idea. We should rub Tim down with the fucking mushrooms and then have him use that that mask he got and just have like a
sonic scream like shoom, shoom, shoom. I mean, Tim is not made of organic material, so that is a solid, maybe not a foolproof plan, but it definitely is like a solid plan. Unless, Tim has some wood. Tim is partially made of wood.
There's a small amount of organic material, not a lot, but there's some. But yeah, Callie washes her hand. Ultimately, there are 4 bugs that find their way to the door and like try to get to her. But after you've washed your hands in the fresh water that is provided by the mushroom lady, and you've aggressively like soaked Dr. Tremors, which Dr. Tremors is a amphibious creature. He absolutely loves being wet. So he is just a wet little gremlin cat.
I just imagine like he just shakes himself and like water just splashes everywhere.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Wait, have you ever seen that video? Have you ever seen that video of the bird? Like I think it's a cockatiel or whatever that is washing itself, where like it gets itself under the faucet to soak, and then it pulls out and it sits there for just a split second, and then it shakes violently to like splatter water everywhere, and then dunks itself back in again. Like that's Dr. Tremors. He enjoys being wet. But yeah, after you wash it though, like when another bug comes buzzing around, it doesn't pay any attention to Callie. It just keeps going and latches onto another piece of work mostly, and just starts chewing at it until somebody comes up with a broom and swats it.
Wow. Oh, that's actually very interesting. Tim, you're gonna have a bad time.
Callie's got a terrible idea.
Next time Tim sees Callie, she just hits him with like powder, just like, "Here, Tim, watch," and he's just covered. So it's like, "What was that for?" And then,
like,
yeah.
Then there's the broning buzz as they all start to swarm. But yeah. So
well played, Callie.
The bugs do apparently seem to be drawn by the mushrooms. But after you've washed your hands, they no longer pick up the scent or whatever it is they're attracted to. And they promptly leave you alone. Torque swats another one of them that comes kind of close in as she walks back over to you guys, and she's like, so that's done. There was that big mushroom that Tim was ripping apart at the lips, so I bet he's probably getting swarmed with these things right now too. Are you feeling better, Laria? Are you feeling better, Laria, or what?
Are you?
Slightly. I mean, a little. Those things still kind of creep me out.
Yeah, I mean, I could have you write in Mr. Servos so you're not touching the ground, so you're not connected to the mycelium network that the mushrooms are connected to, so you don't get any weird visions or get spoken to by whoever the hell can set it up, I guess.
Sure.
Hear me out.
Where is Mr. Servals? I guess you could call him over here.
He's outside, looking through the window, just staring at y'all.
He's parked between a horse and a giant pig.
Yes. I mean, honestly, yeah.
What's up, June?
I was just gonna say, hear me out. Getting little plant pots and make them like makeshift shoes for Laria.
Oh, that would be cute. Like tiny pot shoes.
Tiny pot shoes. Honestly,
Little-
I mean, we're in a general
little-
store. Could we just buy potted plants and then stick her feet in them or something?
Tim will
yes.
Tim
Yes,
carry
actually can.
Callie like Groot in like the potted plant.
Why are you carrying me? I thought we were carrying Larry.
Or not Callie, fucking Laria. My brain is.
I'm not a fucking mushroom person. I don't eat dirt to survive.
You need water, not earth.
But you could also get 2 little pots, and she could wear them as shoes, which does technically keep her from connecting to the mycelium network in the earth.
Tim,
So yeah, you can do that. As a matter of fact, you can pick up a couple of pots, like super dirt cheap, that will work for a short period. They're obviously not going to last very long. They're not designed to be used as shoes, but they will work at least temporarily for the moment.
God.
Yeah, it'll be a temporary replacement, I guess.
So I'm gonna say that while Laria is wearing the pot shoes, or the pot, let's call them the pottery shoes. While Laria is wearing the pottery shoes, her fungus trait cannot be targeted by the thing that has the ability to target creatures with a fungus trait. So she can't be targeted by that thing. But I'm also going to say that walking for Laria is going to be really loud.
Clang, clang, clang.
There's not going to really be any stealthing going on when you're wearing pottery shoes.
Isn't she light because of her curse?
Yeah, well, right now, yeah, because you still also have the curse effect going on, so you are currently very lightweight.
It affects the things that she wears as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it does.
I was about to say she's got.
But you would have to upgrade your curse though to get to the point where you're floating. Because right now you're just doing the lightweight version. You're under low gravity, but you're not floating.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, she might do that.
Little pot shoes. Yeah.
She's gonna make herself float, but she might have to hold Callie's hand.
Okay.
You know what? Torque has, ample belts. So what she can do is she can just take off one of her belts and wrap it around Laria as kind of a tether to keep her from floating off. But if you want to activate your curse to the next stage so that you're actively floating and levitating, they can basically just tug you around like a balloon.
Yeah. She's able to now.
All right then. So you fully disconnect from gravity. Torque takes off her chaps, so she's just down to her denim jeans. She stuffs her chaps into her little pouch. Takes her belt, puts it around Laria, and then she holds on to the buckle so that Laria is tethered. It isn't going to float away and can easily follow along. So that takes care of you guys. Now we're going to jump back to the lips. Tim, Tim, you have managed to get up this large fungus. This large fungus is no longer here. It has all been turned into like
machine wins.
chunks and whatnot. But there are now dozens of those bugs up against the window. Who are all like tapping away at it. They're not going to get in anytime soon because they're too stupid and they don't have enough strength. But yeah, so they're there. Boken finishes up taking his report with everything. The posse rig up stretchers so that they can carry the bodies out of here, and Lilu has been busy like taking stock of what's been busted and whatnot, everything that she's going to have to like deal with, and she remains polite with the party and everything like that. Like obviously, a weird situation arose, and all of that sort of stuff, but she after like Boken and the like posse start hauling off the bodies, like Lilu comes over to the party and she says, "Hey, I didn't say anything to Boken about it, and I think he was gone by the time it happened, but like I saw that guy walk out the window and dive into the well while he was on fire, and I saw what was your Kitty's friend name again?
Callie.
Callie. Okay, yeah, Callie. And also like she threw some stuff down in there. Is there any way that I could maybe get you guys to fish that out of the well? Like whatever she threw down there, plus also that body, because like that's gonna spoil the water, and I don't want to have to go through the process of getting that clean again. So,
oh man, I don't know how to tell you this, woman, but your groundwater might be spoiled for the next.
So, Callie's like, or Tim's like, we can, like, I can definitely get the body out of the well, but yeah, you might need to
well,
get
I don't think
Callie.
I don't think Callie told anybody that she used the poison bombs.
No, but even still, Tim's like, well, whatever that thing is, definitely poisoned that water.
True. I mean,
Tim doesn't even know that you threw. Well, now Tim knows, but Tim's straight up like, you might want to still clean that water just in case. Like, I can get the dude out of there, but what that dude was, if you can see, and like Tim points towards the window that's covered in all the bugs. I have a feeling that these mushrooms and these bugs are connected, because he waves his arm a little bit, and like I assume some of the bugs like just follow the movement kind of thing. It's like,
yeah, they do.
So yeah, I think this is going to require a lot more cleanup than just buying new furniture and stuff.
You don't think that the mushrooms are contagious, are they? Like that they
Mushrooms spread through spores.
I mean, I wouldn't eat them if I were you.
I think can Tim do something like I guess detect magic would be the closest thing that he has to it, but he kind of just wants to check and see if like the building is cursed.
I think you already did.
Yeah.
I think you already did that, and it just told you where the mushrooms were.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you did that, you detected that there was magic. Like the presence thereof.
Oh yeah, but wasn't it like everywhere, like the whole fucking place lit up or something like that?
Yeah, because it's like underneath.
The floor all lit up.
Mycelium's growing under the building.
But if you want to check for anything new, you can do that, because now you know that magic, so therefore you can filter for it. So if you wanted to just do that to check for anything new, you can.
Just if there's something like obviously the mushroom is growing here, so the magic of the mushroom is like underneath the building. But just if there's something that's like, is there something in this building that's specifically being targeted by it, or if it's just like random coincidence kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. So you kind of feel around. You don't really get any new pieces of information that you didn't have before, other than the fact that you do detect 2 small magical pings that come from Lihu herself. Items that one of them is very clearly a ring that she's wearing. And then she's got something in her pocket that is also magical. But nothing that's like vibrating with like a lot of power or anything like that. It seems like relatively low level magic item kind of stuff. Beyond that, as you just do like a walk around through the building, you don't find anything that is otherwise out of the normal. One of the other like Maxan has a small magical dagger on her. One of the dancing girls also has like a again minor magical like bracelet thing. But like other than that, no, you don't find anything else new. Just the stuff that was already here that you already knew about. The magic that's all throughout the under the floor and all that sort of stuff, which is mostly centered in this back room specifically. The rest of it's just sort of like radiating out from there. But this is where it peaks, is back here in this room where the illusion of the floor maintains.
This might be, I don't know. This feels like it could be something, but when Tim leaves the mushroom chunks like in the room just so they're all isolated. When Tim is walking around, do the bugs follow him or stay near where like the collection of mushroom is?
They go for the mushroom.
Okay, because I was thinking, like maybe there's some residue on you, so they pay attention to that. But they're mostly drawn to the actual flesh of the mushroom.
Yeah, I was about to say, I imagine it's like if there's more concentration of the mushroom, they probably attracted to that, right? So you'd have less concentration of the mushroom on you, to be less attracted to that compared to the actual mushroom, right?
The reason I brought it up was because my thought was maybe the mushroom grew here, because this is just reaching, but if the mushroom grew here, a spot that is incredibly populated, maybe the mushroom is trying to spread spores on as many people as possible so the bugs can follow more people. But obviously that's not the case.
Well, I mean, it could be spreading. I mean, that's the thing.
It could be spreading for the mushroom, not for the bugs. The bugs might just be following the mushroom because it's a food source.
Well, that's the thing. It could be completely separate, right? Though that's the thing. The mushroom is definitely not of this world, right? Like the mushroom is definitely of the same world that the bugs come from, and that whatever world the bugs come from, the mushroom is definitely what they feed on in their world, right? So it could literally just be that like this mushroom came from that other world. It's spread to our world, and they want it because it's their food source, right? It's what they eat in their world.
Thus the bugs follow.
Yeah, thus the bugs follow. Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I think one of my first things is noticing that some are still following. Tim would ask, is like, is there somewhere I can wash off really quickly?
Well, most of the water got dumped out, and there's the well. If you don't mind whatever is in the well with the water, there's that option for you.
I mean, it might just be more mushroom.
It might just be more mushroom. Yeah. Oh.
Ow.
Owie.
I guess Tim will try and like with a rag or something wipe as much of the stuff off of him as he can, and is like, okay, I guess first thing I'll do is clear the well, and then I have it written down on my notes from the last game we had, and I don't know if you might understand why. I wrote down brick track using hat. Did we find a hat that was of significance?
Oh, the hat was on the Hobgoblin lady.
Oh,
Mm.
one of those.
Yeah, that she was the one wearing the hat.
Threw piss on that guy.
In that case, might still do that after I clear the well. Also, something that says upcast mirage. I don't know what that means. I don't know if we have mirage. Anyway. Yeah, Tim's gonna hop in that well and try and like clear out that body real quick. Tim can activate his boots and like walk down the wall.
Okay. All right. So, Tim, let me grab you here real quick.
Oh.
Bring you here to the well.
Hey, are we still on the town map or the tavern map?
Let me bring y'all back over to the tavern.
Just checking.
Okay, so back over here on the tavern map, Tim is getting himself set up to go down into the well, which will allow him to both splash water on himself as well as retrieve the body at the bottom. Thankfully, it's not very deep. Tim, it's only about 15 feet, and this is a fairly narrow well. Tim can just stretch his legs across and, chimney climb his way down there. Plus, there is obviously the rope, so you've got something to hold on to get down to it, and you can very clearly see the dead guy doing the dead man float down in the water, which is just dark, murky water. So you climb down the well, and you get down to the bottom. The water is cold and it is wet, and you do have that sort of like chlorine kind of like smell of like, yep, that's Callie's formula for blight bombs.
That's that blight bomb stuff.
So you definitely are catching some of that chemical signature down here. But yeah, you've got a dead body there in the well. So you'll need to make a athletics check to grab the body, throw it over your shoulder, and then work your way back out of the well.
What's the DC?
I'm gonna set the DC for this at 25.
I could take assurance, and that would be 24.
Well, then you're gonna have to roll for it.
God damn it, Fuzzy. It's
Hey.
fine. Hit it on the nose. Let's go.
On the nose. Okay. So you belly up to the top with the with the body, and the body just tumbles out and slaps onto the ground as you come up out of the thing. So let me bring the body back to the top. All right. So
Some of a bitch.
yep. So you just get up and dead body. Lihu is like, ugh, gross, not again. And she mumbles something about like getting purification tablets, and like so she heads off, like back over here.
I don't know if
To the store.
purification tablets will help, honestly.
to help do that. Now give me just half a second here because I gotta do some whisper rolls.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
One second. While whispers are being rolled, I gotta pee.
So, yeah. So, while Danger is taking a piss, Seamus,
Wow, huh?
what are you doing when Tim is like coming out of the well with the
Oh, you're all the way over here.
dead body? Because the mushroom's been taken care of and all that.
And Becca.
What are you doing?
Is there any way for me to use, like... Because we already have suspected that the mushroom's magical in some sense, correct?
Yes, that is correct. And Tim, before he did the well thing, he did walk around detecting magic to see if he could find anything specifically unique. He did note a couple of magical items on the staff. Lihu has 2 things. Maxine's got a magical dagger. This servant girl's got like a magical bangle on her. But they're all like just low-level magical items that they've got. He didn't find anything else specific. Do you want to do a like deeper search behind him, or?
Yeah, I'll do
what?
a deeper search because
You got the ring.
yeah, because I got the rings. And I hope I don't get flashbanged again.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, you might. There's a lot of magic around.
Like,
Generally, everything lights
there-
up in magic.
there is a lot of magic around.
I don't know. I'm thinking. That bastard must have sent spores around. So I'm trying to see if I can find like some magical spores or something like that with detect magic.
All right.
You're gonna be flashbanged.
we have
Yeah.
we have a chatter.
But
saying
I
to
was talking
touch
about
to-
for the more highly concentrated areas.
we have a chatter
Where are
saying to
you?
search real deep.
Real deep.
All right.
Yeah.
So Swag, give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana? Alright, let me give you an Arcana.
Arcaner.
Give me an Arcana check.
God, that's a 2!
Oof.
Can I
Alright.
give him my hero point?
Yeah, sure. You can give me a hero point.
Take my hero point,
Alright. My god.
That's a 1.
Man.
It's rough, bro.
You know what? I'm just gonna give it to you, okay? I'm just gonna give it to you.
The Lord give it.
Seamus is
He's
looking
gonna take it
around
away.
and he's like, "Oh, hey, magical item." And then Tim's like, "Found that one." He's like, "Okay." "Oh, hey, magical, found that one." Damn it. "Oh, hey, magical, found that one." Damn it. And so you like step into the back rooms and into the kitchen. And as you make it over here towards where all of the food is at, and you're just at this point you're just sort of angrily throwing around detect magic, like you finally get a ping.
You just
of
cursing
something.
Rasu.
You get a ping of something that you haven't detected before, and it is in the. You find it in 2 places. You find it specifically in one of these crates. There are a couple of bags that are labeled flour, and the other place that you find it is in a tin that's labeled coffee.
God. Oh god. Spores everywhere, bro. That is
I don't like that.
No, that's not good at all.
So whoever
Yeah,
ordered
that's good.
coffee or ate whatever with the flour or something like that, they got the spores.
Good thing I didn't drink anything.
I diagnosed you with spores.
I
I
diagnosed
diagnosed you.
Oops, all
I
spores.
diagnosed you with dye.
Only
Yeah,
thing
all
Tim did.
spores.
Only thing Tim did was throw
Right.
some alcohol in his dog's mouth.
Well,
All right, hold on.
Oh well.
while Seamus is doing that, June is going to go around and to where Tim and the well are, and she's going to like point her gun at the mushroom man thing and say, "Tim, this thing is fucking still alive."
Tim's
Tim,
gonna like.
That's a Tim, that's a fucking corpse.
I mean,
it's
Like
still
that
alive.
that is a soaking wet, covered
Even
in
at-
like covered in splotches of blight balm,
yeah.
open wounds which have like clogged, like have coagulated and and whatnot. It is like it ain't breathing, it ain't blinked, it ain't moved, no nothing. It is dead as a fucking hell.
I know
Yeah,
with this party
that guy
we got
set
a lot of
himself on
things.
fire, blew himself up, had stuff explode out of him, and then he threw himself into the well, and then Kelly blew him up. And
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here like,
With this group, there's we have a lot of definitions of alive and stuff. I don't think this thing. I mean, Tim like kicks it. I don't. This thing is
you
dead.
could cut his head off.
Do I see any reaction?
It ragdolls when he kicks it. It ragdolls when he kicks it. Rosie sees one of the eyes turn and look at her.
Ooh!
All right, I'm gonna fucking shoot this thing.
Okie dokie.
I don't know why you shoot it. You can cut it in half or something.
You're like,
chop it
I'm
in
gonna shoot this
pieces,
thing in the
let
fucking
thing
face.
Be dead.
All right,
Bam.
shoot it in the face, please.
Let's go.
That's a 23.
Okay, that is a 23. So June, basically point blank, pulls out. Has ladyfingers already out. Just points it right in this thing's like face and unloads. And in that moment that you unload, its hand jerks up and catches the bullet.
It's just like that scene from. It's like the starting scene from Stardust Crusaders.
Oh, come on.
Just catches the bullet.
Yes, there's a JoJo reference.
It is that
Bizarre.
thing is alive, or it has quick reflexes in death.
I was gonna say, does Tim see this?
Well, oh yeah, you see this dead body suddenly jerk to life. But yeah, it catches the bullet because June didn't hit its AC. But like it catches the bullet and it opens its mouth and moves it moves its mouth, which is pretty damaged because it like had its mouth like into the cheek, like slashed open. So it's difficult and it's not making any noises. Like it's still not breathing. But it's very clearly saying something, like it's mouthing something at you guys as it's doing that. And if you would like to make a perception check, then you can make one versus this thing's DC to catch what it is saying to you before this next thing happens.
All right.
Gosh, oh gosh, dude.
Ugh, that's a low roll.
Tim!
Damn.
Tim! You have a plus 17 in perception!
Why
are you fumbling like
that?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna burn my hero point for that. Why not? It's thematic. It's a 26. A bit better. But...
That's a 26. That is a bit better.
Tim's still blown away that this thing is alive. How did you?
Do I get anything out of that?
You do get a little something out of that. First of all, June is still very early in her proficiency with Orcish. And this orc is saying something in Orcish, and his mouth is severely damaged, so it's very difficult to put together. But June gets very clearly like it was just mouthing the word camp, and it was mouthing something in between. So camp, something in between that, and then the other word that you pick up is hate. Hate and or anger. Like it's a very sort of like angry, active, like hatred kind of like. And he says this, and as he says this, his body begins to like literally just start to like rot and decay, and out of him comes more bugs. Just lots and lots and lots of bugs that all begin to unfurl wings and to begin to take flight. The Vescivores?
Yeah.
No, these are not Vescivores. These look like normal terrestrial wasps, in fact. But they don't look normal. they do look. The wasps themselves also look diseased. But they all begin taking flight and just start dispersing in the general area around you.
Can Brick ice these before they fly away?
Sure. Does he still have a usage of his ice breath?
Did I use Ice Breath or Shriek? No, I used Ice Breath because Shriek was
you-
I actually don't. No, you're right.
Yeah, I don't think you used Ice Breath.
I did use it because I wanted to do the whale, but the whale would have hit too many people, and so I did the Ice Breath instead.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I remember that now.
That's fine.
All right.
So just gonna like try and clap as many as he can as they're flying away. Just.
But yeah, these bugs all like take off. Some of them don't actually get very far. Some of them like literally fall out of the sky and like try to crawl. But it's like if you've ever hit like a wasp with like a parting shot of like Raid or whatever, and it's like I'm dying.
I'm going down. I'm dying.
So
fast.
yeah, many of these bugs they just die. They don't even actually get anywhere. But several of them fly off and away and just kind of like dispersed. They don't swarm. They don't buzz around. They don't attack anything. They just go. And as they leave, less and less body is behind until there is just bones.
It's kind of funny.
Do the bones look? I mean, obviously they likely don't look normal by like the conventional standard, but do they still look like of this realm bones?
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, they do look like standard. They do look like humanoid. They do look like humanoid bones. They do have. They have the extra. They have the extra pair of floating ribs that orcs have. They have the. They have the enhanced mandible bone that orcs are famous for. With the big old tusks and everything. So he's very much humanoid. He's very much got all of the regular bones that you would assume. They're not in like super great condition. He's clearly had some like fractures, and things like that, little chips and whatnot. But his bones are very wet. Although they're not covered in blood, but they're wet. Like you just pull them out of the water. They're otherwise complete. They're otherwise in the location you would expect for a complete, humanoid skeleton. But all the flesh and everything is just evaporates, turns into bugs, and then is gone.
That's fucking strange. What is the connection between mushrooms, bugs, and the ocean?
I'm sure the pieces will come together, but Rosie sees that, and like basically him melting into bugs that also like just some of them just like wither and curl up and die, and some fly off. She bursts through the door. Looks like she's about to throw up.
I mean, that's still not as gross as the first things that he did. I mean, him just withering away to bones, I think, is the most tame thing that body has that particular guy has done the last couple sessions. I'm gonna be real with Call.
That was so gross.
Tim is going to like collect the bones into a pile and then just start like burning them with his like laser vision.
No, don't burn them. Whatever.
I might leave.
Whatever.
Might keep one. I'll keep one to the side to make sure something for study. But like, I don't want this motherfucker coming back.
To be clear, Tim, just something that might influence your choices here. The orcs here, they do use body modification as a form of identification, and and a lot of them have like engravings or piercings and whatnot on their tusk, a lot like Gloria does.
Gotcha.
This guy, one of his tusks has basically been scrimshawed with like a very like fancy pattern on it, while the other one has just like a very sort of like deep gash across it, which doesn't look like it was done artfully, probably like a wound or actually something that happened to him. But those are identified. Just as an FYI, those are identifying.
I'll just leave the bones then, because I don't want to. I just
Hoy,
it feels like this. The whole
Enjoy the
everything
game.
about this building feels like it needs to be fucking sterilized. But I'll leave the bones as is because
What do you think? What do you think, Callie?
Yeah,
later
Leader's about to
Callie's
dump an
in the
entire
building
box
anymore.
of like chlorine pills down there. Like, nope, kill everything. Everything must be dead.
get rid of it.
But,
Burn it.
Fuck out of
but
this
yeah. Okay, so the party otherwise gets a breather from the weird shit happening now that the last little piece of weirdness has been dug out of this location. So as like Rosie is like trying to like keep her breakfast down, and whatnot, and all of the like various employees are just like, did we just see another swarm of bugs come out of there? What the fuck happened? And everyone is just sort of like, what the hell is going on with weird details? What is this shit? They're all just as confused, if not more so, than y'all are. Back in town, Callie and Laria, I need you two to make perception checks.
Oh, goody. Alrighty.
The DC is low.
Oh, is
Not that low. Not that low.
Damn it. Dr. Tremors.
Dr. Tremors. Dr. Tremors yet again makes it on the dot.
Okay. That's why I got the
Okay.
Q for me, bro. Keeping me tethered to reality. I see.
All right, and just so that we're being fair,
Fey brain is starting to kick in.
there we go. Okay. All right. So,
Particularly evil today, coming up with. I feel like that's why she's distracted. She's just like, oh man, imagine all the pranks I could pull with these mushrooms. That'd be really funny.
she's feeling that Faye flavored malicious ADHD. But
Tim
yeah,
feels a
so-
twinge in his lower back. It's just like,
So when y'all leave the general store and you start walking back in the direction of the lips, obviously not Callie herself, but Dr. Tremors gives or Dr. Tremors like tugs on Callie's outfit, pretty much at the same instance that Mr. Servos gives a little like beep boop that he has detected something unusual that Callie needs to bring her attention to, and they both indicate, and Laria also like notices this, that as you guys are walking back in that direction down the very wet alleyway that Laria had pointed out beforehand with the fish, there is in the alleyway, in the very, very large mud puddle that is there, there is a piece of coral sticking up out of the puddle. Like brain coral is just sticking up out of the puddle with some barnacles attached to it. And there is you don't see the fish. The fish is gone, but now there's coral there. That's just sticking up out of this like 10-foot wide muddy puddle.
The fuck? Okay. Can I do an inspection of this coral? Is it like magical in nature at all?
There is residual magic coming off of it, but otherwise, as far as Callie is concerned, as far as Callie can tell, it's normal fucking coral. It's obviously just there's not supposed to be coral here that isn't like fossilized or something. And because Callie has to get close to it in order to do the investigation, Callie's wave sense is picking up motion in the water.
What?
Ooh.
What the fuck?
In the
Interesting.
puddle?
Like this puddle, which can't be more than like this puddle, which can't be more than like 4 inches deep, and then there's probably maybe like an inch or two of mud at the bottom of it. But this puddle, which is 100% fresh water, which also will kill the coral, eventually. In this water, Callie is feeling the motion of the tides and is feeling the movement of small crustaceans and other little, like water bugs swimming around in it. She doesn't see any of these things, but she feels it.
Okay. That's fucking weird.
And then all of it goes silent. Like, like they're all like all the crickets stop, basically. And again, there's nothing that Callie can see. Like as you're standing outside of the water and your hand is just barely touching it as you're like examining this coral. There's nothing to see, but Callie's wave sense is telling her that something bigger than Callie, no, not by much, but like, almost Mr. Servo size. Something is moving outside of the range of where her wave sense should fucking end. This puddle is 10 feet wide, her wave sense is 30 feet, and about 25 feet away, down this alleyway, Callie feels something large moving around through wave sense.
Guys,
I get to the fucking astral sea? What the hell?
I sense something.
Down the alleyway, for visual sake, you've got and this alleyway is probably like 50, 60 feet long, actually. There's basically a lot of back doors to a lot of the businesses and whatnot. You also have like doors that lead down into cellars. You've got various barrels, crates, trash cans, all the general stuff you would expect in a back alley in a western ranching town. So none of that is like weird and unusual. But the thing that you were sensing, like I said, it's roughly 25 feet away. The closest thing visually to that is a door that would lead down into a cellar.
Callie's gonna... Oh man, what do I do here?
You're a check.
Not really, because the wave sense kind of just tells me the general direction, right? Like it doesn't. It will tell me how big something is, right? But it won't tell me what it is exactly, right?
Yeah, it won't give you that sort of exacts. The only thing that you really get from it is there is something there. It is moving, and very roughly how big it is. And this thing you would estimate to be Mr. Servo size.
Well, this is. Do we want to alert the rest of the party before we go down in the cellar? The thing is, I don't know if it'll still be there if we come back. It could disappear.
It's up to you.
It's in...
This is a bad... do we still have flares? Just like signal flares or something? Shoot it up, be like, hey yo, guys, we need you, and then just go down in that cellar, I guess. Because I don't remember if we still had any from the last time we used them.
I
would assume not.
Yes,
but...
yes, you do. Yes, you do, actually.
Okay, yeah. I guess then just like, hey,
via torque, you do actually have something like that.
Torque, signal the Autobots. We must roll out.
Do you want her to do that now?
I guess, yeah. Well, can she do it stealthily? Is there a way to
do it?
Stealthily call the cavalry.
There's nothing stealthy about this.
Okay, no, not now, then I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just, like, stealthily make our way down to the cellar, I guess, where I was sensing that Mr. Servo-sized creature.
Okay. Well, when Callie moves towards it, Callie gets a slightly better sense of the thing that you were approaching. It is not fish-shaped. It is it is broad, like it's wide, and it is vaguely circular shape, like a plate, not like a sphere, not like a ball. And it definitely has bits that come off of it, which are probably legs, fins, maybe hard to tell. But it is definitely not shaped like a fish.
Oh gosh, it's a giant centipede or something. Like a giant arthropod.
It was a large scorpion.
It sounds more like a giant crab to me. Or giant enemy crab.
It could be a crab. It could be a crab.
That's why I said
they are
large
vaguely
arthropod.
circular. Yeah, some sort of large arthropod. But when you get over to the basement, first of all, the cellar door does not have a lock on it or anything like that. So, and it looks like a completely normal cellar door. So, Torque, who's holding onto the belt that is attached to Laria, who's floating a few inches off of the ground behind you, is like, do we open it? Or what?
Can I try to sneakily open it, peer inside? Actually, wait, can I open it just enough that Dr. Tremors can see inside?
Yes, yeah, you could do that.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. You crack open the door, and Dr. Tremors is going to take a peek inside. So let me open up Dr. Tremors' sheet here.
Okay.
All right, Dr. Tremors, give me, who does have dark vision, give me a looky-loo. Okay, so Dr. Tremors makes a pretty good one at a 27. All right, so let's see here. This thing. What is your deal? Okay. All right. So, Dr. Tremors, I'm assuming that you're just having Dr. Tremors take a look, not like actually go in there, right?
Just a look. I don't want him to go in there.
Okay. Dr. Tremors peeks inside. He just, sort of like looks around, and then he pulls his head back out, crawls back up onto Callie's shoulder, and he says, "Shit," like with fear in his voice. He says, "Shit."
Fuck.
That bad, buddy. I see. Callie looked at Torts like, do you think it would be best to summon the troops for the cellar raid, or? I mean, what are the possibilities?
Yeah, Callie. I do think it would be best to.
Okay. I guess Callie will I guess we'll sit here at the entrance in case it tries to go out this way. But yeah, I guess we'll summon the rest of the party if we can.
All right then. So, Torque hands Callie the belt to hold on to Laria. She then steps off a little bit, and she reaches down to the muddy ground, pulls out like a bit of gravel, rubs it in her hands, says something in Jotun, and then the stone glows and then literally rockets into the sky and explodes like fireworks. And the fireworks sprinkle down and like turn into a shape of an arrow that's just pointing down where you guys are at.
Yes, the
I
ever
guess
present.
Tim would see this.
Yeah,
Tim's
like,
you guys.
I mean,
Oh no,
it
you
would
guys
have
hear
to
this?
be-
Like the boom that this creates is literally audible for a mile in every direction.
I do have to ask, with Callie's wave sense, does it seem like the creature reacts to the sound at all, right? Like the thing down in the sound doesn't react to it at all?
It shifts slightly, about 5 feet, but it does actively react to the noise. Yes.
Okay.
But it's not
which
making any
is,
escape, though, right?
it doesn't seem to be, it doesn't, like, it seems to hunker down, like take cover versus a, like, run away kind of thing. So yeah, it just sort of like hunkers down, which is still very weird because you're not even not even touching water at the point that you can even feel this thing. But there's the loud kaboom and the, like, sprinkles, that are in like the fucking trans colors sparkle,
hell yeah,
just pointing down. Of like, hey, over here.
I'll say Callie pulls out her Triton and kind of aims it at the door. She also, I imagine, reloads as well. But yeah. I mean, I was gonna make a joke here. It says, like, it probably has to be this obvious because the rest of the party obviously is a big fat arrow gonna tell them where to go, right?
Hey, we're over here. Okay, so it takes roughly 30-ish seconds for the party to leave the lips, since the lips otherwise at this point doesn't seem to be any sort of, like, active danger or problem or anything like that, and to skedaddle the couple of blocks over to the over to where the rest of the party is.
Fuzzy, if I may interject, I would say as Seamus overhears it and peeks out probably the window from the kitchen area, he would tell Lehu about saying, hey, your coffee and your flour have the spores in it. Make sure you dispose of it.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. Thank you for telling me.
Because the trader lady probably sold her the flour and the coffee.
That is true, actually. Yeah, you might be right. That's what I'm thinking, right? She's probably spreading the spores around, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the party, as represented by Ruzi, gets over here to where everybody else is, and you're in this muddy ass alleyway that looks like an otherwise normal muddy alleyway. There is a piece of ocean coral sticking out of a 4-inch deep mud puddle, and Callie is right there at a Laria has a belt around her waist and is floating, and she also has little pots around her feet.
Callie, does Rusi also have wave sense as well, or no?
Yes, he does. Rusi does have wave sense.
Callie looks at Rusi and is like, brother, do you sense
in that puddle?
Well?
Am I feeling things? Yes, I am.
I thought so.
I'm not wet, Callie. Why am I feeling things?
I don't know. Brother, you think I know these answers? I'm just as confused as you are.
You're supposed to be the smart one of the two, remember?
Well, yeah.
Can I do a perception check?
Well, I mean,
yes.
what are you gonna see, bro? You don't got wave sense. You should be like, yeah, that's a seller, guys.
I mean, well,
not much with the 19.
Tim, what vision stuff does Tim/Brick have?
Well, Tim has I should probably do Brick actually, because Brick has smell. Brick can straight up like smell stuff.
Oh, Torque actually has spirit sense, and she can tell you that there's something with a soul in the basement.
Oh my
Brick
God.
has dark vision and good smell and a 15 to perception. So if y'all are cool with it, I'll just put Brick at like the opening of the cellar.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Well, that's the thing. Dr. Chalmers already saw what was in the basement. Callie just kind of pulls him out. He's like, Dr. Chalmers, can you like puppet mime kind of like what you saw down in the basement?
Like Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, if possible.
He takes a very wide, like, legged stance. Like he's like squatting, but not quite all the way down. Wide-legged stance, and then he brings up his tail, and he takes his hand, and he makes like a little like crab claw motion with it, and then he like scuttles like back and forth from side to side.
I think it's the big scorpion. But Brick, anything that Brick can see, Tim can see, so it'll be like Tim will be able to
Okay.
see it and do his stuff on it. So
All
come
right,
on, Brick,
so-
roll better than Dad. Hey, there you go, better than Dad.
All right, much better than that. All right, Brick sticks his head down there. There is like 5 steps that take you down to the actual like basement, and then at the bottom of the basement, there is actually actively water. So how far the floor is below that, it's too murky to tell, but it's probably not like super deep. It's probably ankle deep maybe. And in the back of the basement, which is about 20 feet back, there is a pile of dirt and mud. And in this pile of dirt and mud, where Callie and Rusi are sensing things, and where Torque is like, yeah, there's something with a soul down there. Brick can see a chitinous, dark, metal gray colored carapace that is extremely crab-like, but it is the size of a man. It is Mr. Servo's size, and as he's like looking down at it, it shifts a little bit, and you can see one crab leg come out, like another crab leg come out, and then out comes like big crab pincer, and rising up from it comes a red glowing eye stalk, which is then followed by 3 more of them. So there's a total of 4 glowing eye stalks from this man-sized crab.
Crab people.
And
Crab.
it looks at Brick, like it gazes back at Brick.
It has 4 eyes or 4 eye stalks.
Yeah, it has 4 eye stalks.
Okay.
And then it fully stands up out of the mud, and it's got crab claw on the left, but on the right it has a stinger, like a giant wasp stinger.
What the hell?
Interesting.
And then on the back left, it has a full-on human arm with a human hand that is wearing a bracer and multiple rings on the hand.
Is it like holding the hand,
on the
or
back right, it has an octopus tentacle. No, it's attached to its body.
This is so cool.
Okay.
So it has
to attack Brick, because like I know it's looking at it.
It is at the moment simply looking at Brick. It is simply stand itself up. It has the standard assortment of crab legs. It has 6 crab legs. It has 1 crab claw. It has 1 human hand. They're both on the same side of the body. Then on the other side of the body, you've got a wasp stinger, like a giant fucking lance of a wasp stinger, and then a octopus tentacle.
Okay.
And then, like I said, it's got 4 eye stalks, and each one of them is looking at Brick, just right in the face. It otherwise has the standard assortment of crabby mouth parts.
Okay.
Is this thing like a demon or just like some effed up mutant?
It looks like an amalgam.
We've already met demons. The demons look way more normal than this.
If Brick would like to make a check,
I was gonna say, Brick has my stats? Can Brick make like an Arcana or?
Well, here's the question: Is Tim, and therefore Brick, trained in religion?
No, because I don't know.
Okay, so that's not going to work. But do you have Arcana or Occult? Are you trained in either of those?
I'm trained in both of those.
Okay, so you can make the check for one of those. So you can do a Recall Knowledge using Arcana or Occult, whichever you prefer. It's going to be at a different DC, but you can use that if you want to.
I think Brick is going to roll Occultism.
Okay.
Hey,
that's my boy. That's my dog.
All right. So Brick is like, what the fuck is this? This is clearly not a regular crab. This unregular crab, as it, fully gets itself out of the dirt mound, and Brick is able to see the totality of this weirdness. All of the little bits and pieces in him are clicking together of what is this thing? What is this thing? As this is bouncing back and forth between Tim and Brick, as you guys have got lightning speed, rapid communication between the two of you. And something finally clicks in the back, and it is the fact that Brick is a summoned creature. Brick, technically speaking, is otherworldly. Even though he is attached to Tim's soul and all that sort of stuff, the other part, the part that isn't Tim, that part's otherworldly. And that otherworldly part pings with this otherworldly crab. And Brick knows that this crab is a quillpoth. That's its type. That's not what this is. That's not its specific species or anything. That is its type. Quillpoths are basically demons. If you, they will kill you if you call them that. Quillpoths will murder you. They will murk you if you call them a demon, but they're basically a demon.
Can they be reasoned with?
They can be, yes. They are intelligent. They are very intelligent. So what you may be looking at looks like a weird, fucked up animal. This thing can talk. It can reason. It probably knows math as good or better than you.
Damn.
And it is currently looking at Brick in a non-aggressive manner. It is just simply stood up of the, hey, creature who is looking at me that is intelligent. I am also a creature that is intelligent. Allow me to stand so that we are equals. But it is not making any sort of threatening. It's not making any sort of emotions or, casting magics or anything like that.
Guys, crazy idea. What if we try to reason with this thing?
That's always I'm down to do that.
Okay.
That
I will
would
go
be
down there.
the healthiest option to do.
Callie. Oh, is that it talking?
That was it speaking to us.
Yeah,
Callie...
as it communicates telepathically with all of you.
Oh!
In our heads.
Callie goes down there in the cellar. Just fuck it, whatever. I might as well. I've dealt with some shit like this before. Callie goes and throws open the cellar door and just walks down there.
Following right behind her is Seamus.
Tim will join his dog.
June after with the black blade.
Did you call us mortals? Well,
Yes.
I guess that would be true. We are mortal. Hold on, I gotta think about what I want to say. Might I ask
I
you why
would
you're
welcome
in
you
this...
to my lair, but I do not have ownership of this place. I am merely, what do you call it in this realm? Renting a room?
Renting? I guess I guess that would be accurate. I have to ask you, are you the reason why there's a bunch of sea fish and crabs and other such things appearing around town?
Yes. Your reality is trying to assert itself around me. If this is causing you problems, I apologize. That is not my intent.
What is your intent?
I am a sheriff. I am here to bring justice to someone who has done wrong to my people.
A sheriff. Wrong to your people. Who are your people? And who wronged you? Hey, why are you laughing? He's a crab. He's got a fucking human arm growing out of him. I don't know
People
what
could
this
be
guy
literally
is.
anyone. Yeah.
He said, well, what he does with his human arm is he reaches down into the like mud and dirt that's that he just like stood up out of, and he I guess lifts up a square shaped cube shaped thing, which he opens up, like reveals like basically it's a box, that has like items in it, and in that Callie can clearly see that there are multiple weapons, which and then but out of that though he pulls out a small plate thing that's roughly the size of like Callie's like face, but he pulls out a small plate that has a whole bunch of like different engravings and everything on it, and he turns slightly so that his human hand, which is towards the back side of his body, can hold it forward like towards Callie so that she can see it clearly, and it says, "As you can see upon my badge, I represent the Quillpoth. I am known as Gungoran. I am a sheriff, as I mentioned. There is one here who has done crimes against my people. I was sent here to render justice, but I am unfamiliar with this territory. I know where the prey is, but I cannot reach him at the moment."
Reach him. What did he... I mean, you say he wronged you. What
Yes.
did he do? What was the crime he committed?
Helping demons. They are our great enemy, and anyone who aids and abets demon kind deserves swift justice.
Understandable.
This is a bit more of a technical question. Are demons and devils different things in this universe?
Yes.
Okay.
I realize it might be a bit difficult for you to understand from your perspective in this reality, but devils, who I don't care about, and demons are very different. Demons are colonizers. They have taken my people's land out in the rifts, and we would like to have that land back. It belongs to us. And unfortunately, there are those here in your reality who help them in these goals. They may not know that they are doing this, but this one, the one that I seek, he does this knowingly. He helps the demons do their evil, and I would see to it that he cannot help them any longer.
Callie asks, who is this person's name?
He is called Varnev.
Okay. Might want to put that in.
Yes.
Notes or...
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right,
what's the...
I'm writing it on paper so we can...
It is spelled VHARNEV. Varnev.
Gotcha. Varnev.
Varnev.
His people call him the Butcher.
Fascinating.
Is
I think this is a dumb title, but it is what he is
I
called.
mean, it kind of is. Yeah.
I would agree. That's kind of a little on the
A
nose.
little edgy, yeah, a little edgy.
Well,
Rosie kind of like leans over like the stairs and says, "Are they the ones responsible for all the bugs around here?"
Yes.
Yeah, I
Varnev.
kind of figured they come from a different realm. Yeah.
Varnev has been piercing the veil between your reality and the outer rifts. And every time that he does, more of those pests come across. I do not know, but I do suspect that he may have captured one of their queens. And if he has, it will not be good for you.
I kind of... Kelly says this out loud. He's like, I kind of thought that might be an issue, actually. That they had a queen or something, because they keep spawning from the ruins. That is where they are, right? You said you knew where their location was, right? It's in the ruins, right?
If the building is a ruin, I am unaware of this context. It was made by his people. They are like you, but wider, shorter. They have...
Kelly points at herself. Me? Or like... And then she points at like Rosie. It's like... Or like her.
I apologize. It is very difficult to tell you all apart.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
to
will-
him,
I
they're
will-
all mortals, so I guess that
They-
makes sense.
You have fur growth on top of your head. They have fur growth there, and also on the bottom of their head.
Oh,
Dwarfs?
hair and beard. Oh!
I guess.
Sorry.
I do not know what you call your own people. I apologize. I am not a diplomat.
Those aren't my people. Yeah, Callie swats the air. He's like, oh, those aren't my people. I mean, I like dwarves, but they aren't my people, okay? Let's get this straight, right?
Since you have shown that I am uneducated on the land and people here, perhaps you and I can come to an agreement. If you can go and fetch Varniv, bring him alive to me, I can see that justice is done. I was not given much to complete my task, but what I was given, I will gladly pass on to you as repayment for this particular task. Varniv is dangerous, so if you do not wish to do this, I understand, but I can see that you are not like the regular people that live here. You are different. You are mercenary, correct?
Something like that.
Mercenary adjacent.
Callie rubbing her hands together.
Tim fights the like internal urge to like, no, we're the merchants from the Califino workshop. Join us.
That's if he even has a choice in the matter. I feel like she's programmed something in the back of his mind to just say that whenever there's an opportunity. Callie was repairing him one day and was like, I'm gonna add this ad here just in case, you know, he's gonna say it anytime he gets the opportunity to.
That's why Tim took the stubborn ability.
Like Callie's like programming it in there, and she like looks down at like Tim's core, and she's like, "Remember, only closers get repairs." But Gungoran says, if you will bring Varniv alive, and it is critical that he is alive, to me, I will give you the supplies that I was given to complete this mission.
Otherworldly supplies? Oh hell yeah, sign me up.
Sign me the fuck up.
I was gonna do it anyway, but now I got another reason to do it.
Good. But remember, it is critical that you bring him to me alive. He is no good to me dead. If you kill him, he will only help the demons even more. They have marked him to become one of their own upon death.
Oh, great.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
Oh no, not a sacrifice. He wishes to die in violence, causing as much destruction as he can, because that is what demons want. He is the kind of person who will become a demon. So in order to do justice, he must be absolved of sin. And that is where I come in.
God, we're making him forcibly
gotta-
Presbyterian.
Capture this man
All right.
That's
without
actually,
killing
that's
or
actually
fighting
fine.
him.
That's actually gonna be.
That's
That's actually gonna be interesting. Yeah, because we're all about like killing the bad guys. Right?
Well,
we have to get them back
Hey,
alive.
you say all about killing. I've been able to capture people alive before. If anything, I'm the only one who's
That's how you
tried
hire
it.
people.
Yeah.
That's true.
This
Just think
is
about it like we're
true.
hiring this dude.
I'm not hiring this guy. I'm gonna send him here. Get him punished by the gods or something. By the
I
immortals.
suppose, again, I apologize for my lack of knowledge about mortals and your ways, but if it helps you, he does not need to be conscious. He just simply needs to be alive.
I think somebody just knocked on my door. Fucking 10
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Does he have
I would
any...
probably not answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful.
At this time, bro?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Unless you ordered a pizza, I would not do that.
Yeah. Don't be careful.
You look at the people first.
Rosie does, like, kind of, like,
Does he
still a
have
little
any
cautious about,
weaknesses?
the giant crab thing. Like, she does ask, does the word camp or hate mean anything to you or this, what was the name? I literally just wrote down.
Varnu?
Varnev. Person.
Varnev, yeah.
There's somebody walking past the door, but I don't know if they knock. That was weird.
Varnev.
I know these words. Yes, I do not know if they have context that would be important. I apologize again. I am not a statesman. I am a lawman.
Callie kind of looks at Rosie and is like, "Where did camp hate? That's kind of specific. Where did you hear these words from?"
One of the orcs, you weren't here for this, but the orc that jumped down the well, we fished them back up, and he said
Oh, you
something.
mean the one that I killed? Oh wait,
Well-
he was alive?
Well, apparently you didn't kill him good enough because he was still alive.
I threw 6 bombs down there. How did he not die?
The important thing,
Whatever.
though, is that he said something. I couldn't quite make out the full sentence, but he said camp and hate or anger, and then he melted into a swarm of wasps, and there's only bones left after that. She shivers.
Yeah.
Does the crab react to that info at all?
Do you have any bones? Do you have his bone? Do you have his bones? Do you have his bones?
This one that you call an orc, I do not think he was one of yours anymore. The demons probably already got to him. He may have been in demon form.
We've fought worse before.
I
be too
Sincerely
cautious.
hope not.
Well, we do have a general idea of where to look, I guess.
Yeah, the ruin.
Yeah.
If you go to this place, I bid you to use caution. It may be an edgelord kind of name, but I don't think Varnev was called the Butcher for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Anybody with that name is
he this Venu guy, or
seriously
this
cringe.
Varnu guy, or
Venu.
Vanev, Veniv, Venus, yeah.
Vanos.
Does he have any
Venus.
Venernies? Have any weaknesses that you know of?
Vesuvian.
Vesuvian, yeah. Vitruvius?
Venezuelan.
Venezuela? Callie going over and over again over the name.
I know that he possesses the blood of the fiends already.
Fiends.
That is how he has been able to support their efforts from this veil. I do not know the specifics. I simply know that he is otherwise still mostly like you on a organic
Mortal.
sense. He is mortal, at least for the moment. And if you can bring him to me, I can absolve him of.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I see. All right.
Well.
We could do that. And
We know where to go.
And we know where to go. Yeah. The question I have is, should we tell the local government and local police force about this? Maybe just not everything, obviously, but
Yeah.
at least onto a level where we tell them, hey yo, maybe you guys should avoid the ruins, right? Don't go near it. Avoid it at all costs. Cut traffic going in and out of it so that people stop going missing.
Yeah,
That
that
kind
Yeah,
of
give them
thing.
enough information to protect themselves.
Mhm.
Ooh, maybe letting them know about the mushrooms. If they see any
Oh,
mushrooms
yeah,
that have any strange.
Oh yeah, and
Burn
Yeah,
them.
if they see any weird magical red mushrooms growing that don't touch them, they attract the bugs or whatever.
Yeah.
Callie does kind of pull out one of the mushrooms and show it to the the crab guy, and he says, "Is this come from your world as well? This mushroom?"
Just starts
Is it
eating it.
Oh my god! He's just like, "Oh my god, you have one of those?" And then he just swallows it whole.
Been so hungry.
Bro couldn't resist.
It's like a delicacy in their universe or something.
Delicious.
No, I do not know what that is.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was laughing at the Mr. Frog me. Okay. So you don't know what this is. Okay. Callie puts it back in the thing. He's like, okay, I need to wash my hands again. Okay, so you rented room. So you. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense that you know about them, but you don't, because they're trying to open up the veil. So I imagine you wouldn't know anything about what's coming through the veil.
We are talking about demon kind. It could be fucking anything.
yeah, this crowd is sassy.
I was gonna say, I don't like this guy. Tim's fine with him.
Yeah, it's true.
Tim's fine with him. Fucking Daedra is loving this dude.
Yeah,
That's my boy Ganorgian. fucking
Can
noise.
Can I get like a
Gregorian?
I don't know
Gregorian.
if it's like a
Gregorian.
perception or something just to like just get the vibe of like if this crab thing is actually telling the truth, like if he's actually a sheriff. He's like
Sure. You can make that check. Let me check his DC real quick.
I feel like even if we
Okay.
wait a
Okay.
minute.
I got his DC. So
Guys,
go for it.
I have a really funny idea right now. You know the magical 8-ball that doesn't lie to you once per day that will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
What if I just like pull it out and be like, "Hey, is this Gregorian guy like telling the truth?"
I mean,
you totally can do that. You 100% can do that.
Hey, yo, magical 8-ball that we haven't used in like almost like 40 sessions. Hey, yo, is this crab guy? Is this crab guy whose name is Gungorian or something telling the truth that he's a sheriff and he's here to hunt some guy named Lothlorian or something?
You shake the magic 8-ball.
Wait, are you doing this in front of him? In front of him? Like you're asking in front of the crab? Like, hey, is this guy in the puppet? I wouldn't do.
Yeah, you pull out the magic 8-ball and you shake it around and ask him this question. Like while you're standing, like across the room from.
I don't think they meant
otherworldly
actually
crab
right now. Did
I think everyone just looks at Kelly like, what?
Seamus just chuckles and says kids these days.
No, wait.
Let's be clear here. Let's be clear here, as we are coming up here to the end of the session. Does Callie wait until y'all walk out, or does Callie just do this while you're there?
Well, Callie does it in Aquan. Let's just say that. Does he understand? Callie says.
Do you want to roll dice on that in front of to a crab? He's psychic.
I will say he's psychic.
That
kind of transcends language.
Well, the thing is, guys, even if I do it in front of him, you just mentioned that he is a telepathic crab. What would it matter if I did it outside or somewhere else? He probably would know.
It's not like me and Umber were like they're.
I was getting ready to say, let's play Marco Polo with the psychic crab.
Okay,
I'm down.
So
you got Tim's 100% unequivocal support. Tim's ready to rock.
All right.
Okay, so the
hey guys,
question remains: Do you pull out the magic 8-ball in front of the psychic magical crab from another reality?
I'll take sentences I've never heard for $500.
Yes.
Okay.
Why the fuck not?
Hey, yo, let's roll with it, honestly. What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is he just says I'm distrustful, which, I mean, honestly, he probably would want that, right? He doesn't want some random fucking sheep that just say follow whatever the hell he says, right? Like, that would kind of be, detrimental to the point, right?
Okay. So, you pull out the magic 8-ball, you shake it, you ask it this question, you see the eyeball, inside of the fluid, like, blink at you, pull back into the darkness, and then, like, the words appear on it, and it says, "Get me the fuck out of this room right now."
Oh, man. Okay.
I'll answer your question later. Get me the fuck out of this room.
Later, okay.
Wait, later. Hold on. You didn't answer the question though. You're not supposed to lie. I mean, you're supposed to tell the truth.
You're not supposed to lie. Yeah, you fucking asshole. You lie.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm changing up the pattern. Get me the fuck out of here.
You're changing the subject. You're supposed to answer my question and not lie. You're a liar.
So what? Are you gonna be giving us this one for free?
Are you gonna answer my question later for free?
Yes.
This time?
Yes. I will answer your question for free later on. Just give me.
Okay.
I love how it's actually talking back.
Is it saying this to the answer? What?
It is rapidly printing this onto the little view screen, which is in the like Azurketti flavored where it's just like, get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be eaten for free later.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird, man. Ain't that 8-ball kind of weird?
The crab just vaguely looks at you. The crab Quipoff just, looks at you, looks at the 8-ball like it doesn't care, it doesn't matter to anything for it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll go do that thing actually that you asked now. See ya. Callie walks out just nonchalantly, like she didn't just question the authority of this probable god in front of everybody.
Thank you. And the party steps out back into the alleyway. The doors close themselves down into the basement, and now instead of coral, there is a like sea turtle in the puddle. That is
sea turtle.
Looking around very confused.
Oh jeez.
Can I pick it up?
It weighs like 300 pounds. Can you pick it up?
300
It's a full-grown leatherback sea turtle.
Guys, I need help getting this turtle inside Mr. Service. Can you help me?
Is the water in Mr. Service salt water?
Yeah. Callie's a saltwater Azurketti. She needs salt water.
Tim, what are we gonna do with the turtle?
I don't know.
What are we not
gonna do?
Callie puts a hand on Rosie's shoulders, like, what are we not gonna do with the sea turtle is the better question.
Just leave it and it'll magic itself back to the ocean or something. I don't know.
Well, what if I want a sea turtle? What if I want a sea turtle?
Just collecting random animals.
What if I'm a sea Azurketti, okay?
This conversation's happening. Tim is picking up the sea turtle and putting it. Tim can definitely lift 300 pounds. It's just like...
Tim is certified.
This sea turtle is like waggling its flippers and like as you like put it into Mr. Servos.
Yeah.
Into Mr. Servos, and Mr. Servos goes into like lockdown mode where he like turns off all of his controls so that the turtle can't bump into anything, and just rolls next to Callie. But there's now a turtle inside of
Joseph.
Inside of the.
I named him. He's my sea turtle now.
I love Joseph the sea turtle. Hold on, I gotta put that in important notes.
Joseph
the sea turtle. What was the sea turtle's name from fucking Finding Nemo?
Crunch.
Oh yeah. Wait, actually, let's go with that. His name is Crunch. Yeah. Was it Crunch?
Yep.
I'm misremembering.
Oh,
Crush?
Yeah. I thought it was Crash.
Crush.
Oh
Hold
gosh,
on.
dude, you guys are
Check.
confusing me.
Who are you Googling?
Dude, this is definitely like a Mandela effect. We're all remembering a different name.
It is Crush.
Oh,
Crush?
okay. Okay, my sea turtle is named Crush. Everybody, meet Crush.
Crush the sea turtle. Okay. All right.
Crutch.
I misspelled it.
Okay, so you load up Crush. You load up Crush the sea turtle. You guys move away from the thing and basically rejoin, regular society, which has just been going on up here. Like nothing weird is going on. But like as y'all come out of the alleyway and come back the market area and start just meandering away from this location, the magic 8-ball shakes
violently
to get Callie's attention. It just like shakes and rattles a little bit to get her attention, and when she looks at the view window, the words pop up that it says, "We need to be at least 100 feet away from here."
How do you know this?
Well, it just knows.
You don't gotta explain shit.
Yeah, I was about to say it's magic. You don't gotta explain shit.
What
I'm
biological
just
process
thinking,
allows
hold
you to throw
on.
fireballs, brother?
But
The
once
study
you're,
of the
once you
ancient arcane
are,
arts.
once you are 100 or more feet away from the thing, it shakes again, and it shows the text. We're far enough. I'll give you your one freebie now.
Okay.
What's your question? Please state.
Was what that crab saying to us true? Is he a sheriff, and are we actually fighting like demons? And what he's saying true, that he is here to punish that. What was his name again? Varnev.
Varnev the butcher.
Van Nuve the butcher.
Venezuela the butcher.
Yeah.
Venezuela the beatboxer.
Van Nuve.
It brings up the text. You're saying it weird, but yeah, basically.
You're saying it weird.
Ah.
Legally, that guy's not a sheriff, but he is a lawman, and he is here to absolve sins.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, that it doesn't lie, so I guess what he said is true, which means we have to bring Van Nuve, the butcher. I imagine when she says that the 8-ball is like, oh man, I'm not gonna even try with you, woman, saying all these names wrong all the time.
I have a request.
Wait, what? Is that the 8-ball speaking?
Yeah, the ball brings up text. I have a request.
And what is that request?
I haven't been fed in months. I'm really hungry.
Oh, I forgot. We have to feed this thing. Oh God.
Oh, wait a minute.
Shit.
We gotta feed you. Nobody said anything about feeding the 8-ball. Not even months. Ever since we got it, we haven't fed this fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, this thing hasn't been fed in like 6 months.
Feed? What do you need to eat?
What would you
better
like to
not
eat?
lie.
I want lizard.
Alright. That shouldn't be too difficult to get, actually.
Also, just
Not a small lizard, but like a one as big as your hand.
I mean, that still
Sounds like
One
we're about to get our
one you
next
could
party
curl up
member.
and put inside of this ball.
I just want something that can fit in the ball. That makes sense.
I mean, that's still not,
It's like batteries.
Also,
Bring me a
just-
lizard.
out of character question, real quick. Does it, just for semantics, after the first question, does it
Wizard?
always lie, or does it just not have to tell the truth?
Well,
After the first one, it does not have to tell the truth. After the
But
first
it
one,
still
it can
could.
yeah, it still
if
could.
it feels like it, yeah.
It's purely up to what it feels like. And right now, it's telling you, I want lizard meat. Feed me lizard meat, or I refuse to answer any other questions.
Okay, we'll get it lizard. I mean, can we go to the market or the general store or something and feed it like a giant lizard or something?
I mean,
Tim, just do a quick track check to
there's
just
probably lizards around here.
find a lizard on the ground somewhere.
Well, he wants a big lizard. He doesn't want one of those tiny little street lizards that's probably hiding in between the cracks in the fucking pavement. It probably wants one of those big ass lizards.
It's gonna be at least 5 inches long.
Yeah, no, there's no way. You'll just find a random lizard that's like 5 inches big, bro. That's not a normal lizard.
Here, especially at this time of year, no. But if you wanted to find one like that, yes, you can do that if you go to market and you buy a lizard for like 2 copper pieces.
Okay.
I got it.
I gotta get seafood for my turtle. They eat like jellyfish
Kelp.
or something.
Kelp or jellyfish.
Yep, kelp, jellyfish.
Oh fuck.
Things that you don't really have access to here. They will take lettuce though. They do eat
lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lettuce and berries.
Right.
I've seen some turtles eat berries.
Yep.
Pumpkins.
Are you sure those weren't like? Oh yeah, pumpkins as well. That's true.
Now, sea turtles don't get a lot of pumpkin in their diet, naturally speaking, but I do believe they can eat it.
I did research on turtles recently because of my crunch thing. Enough time to spiel on that. Sorry.
That's cool.
Okay. You get Tim is like, hey, we're in the market. Let me run over here to this general store and see if they've got lizards. Well, what do you know? They do have fucking adult anoles that you can buy for 2 copper. So Tim drops 2 copper on getting an adult lizard and brings it back up.
Grabs a head of lettuce on the way too.
The 8-ball tells you to just put the lizard in its box with it and then just come back later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put the magic 8-ball inside of its like ratty cardboard box and drop the lizard in there with it, close it again, and that's that. The lizard doesn't make any noises or try to escape.
It just accepts its fate.
It's either just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on or it's already dead. One or the other.
Motion did it.
But either way, you feed the fucking 8-ball for the first time in 6 months.
Surprised it has not said anything beforehand. Well, granted,
we haven't used it in like 2 months. You know,
I'm surprised that it's actually conversing.
Yeah.
Well,
like you put me on hunger strike for 6 months, you bastards.
Well, I that's the thing. I only just remembered about it like this fucking minute. I'm like, oh, because like I was thinking like we need a definitive here, right? Like we need to know if this guy's lying. And I was like, oh, the 8-ball like gives us definitives without lying, right? Like we could just ask that. And then the 8-ball was like, I refuse to be in the room and tell you about this information while the crab is here.
Okay. This is just me just kind of like spitballing. It'd be really funny if the magic 8-ball is just another Konrasu.
Or like a demon or a devil or something, right?
Yeah,
it
like
could
some
be
kind of thing like that.
Ooh, a trapped demon.
Because like that could also be the thing, right? Like it's
like,
I don't want to be in the same room as this guy.
Heard that chuckle, Fuzzy.
I mean, yeah, it could be one of those things. Which actually, you know what? Because
can I do a check?
I know that you guys have done this at least once before, and I don't think I did it at the time. But you know what? Since this is an unusual situation, that this magic item is suddenly being a lot more like conversive and stuff like
animated.
Animated and demanding to be fed. Yeah, Torkin got shit. Yeah, Torkin got shit. She's like,
damn it!
I don't know what's up with that.
Right, I will do a check as well.
You would need a religion check.
You need to be trained.
Can I do 2 checks?
You do have to be trained. What would your 2 checks be?
Religion and Leshy lore.
Religion would be the closer one to it. Leshy lore would be a much higher DC.
Right.
Would occultism also work? Or
oh
god damn!
Let's get it, Larry. Larry's locked in now that she got that pot on her feet.
And she's floating.
Yeah, now that Laria is
Does she
more
talk
connected
to the moon or something like what?
Well, she's almost up there.
The cosmos is now louder than the mushrooms. It's clearer because you're not even touching the ground. You're not connected to the mushroom network anymore. So the cosmos is speaking to you very clearly in a way that doesn't normally happen except when your curse is at its strongest. And it is telling you that probably the most likely scenario that's going on here is that there is a very minor theme physically inside the orb. Like it is bound. It is bound inside of the orb.
Didn't fucking Gregorian, I don't even know that's how you fucking say his name, say that like Oh God,
Fiends and demons are
fucking
different.
the names are. No. I was saying, didn't he say Varnuth the Butcher was working with fiends or something like that?
So that he was working specifically with demons. The other thing that has been pointed out is that the Quillpoth, they hate demons. Like they see demons as colonizers and usurpers their native home of the Outer Rifts. Demonkind are foul, like horrible things. They want to get rid of demons. Quillpoths are not nice. Quillpoths are bad. Like they are horrible creatures in and of themselves, but they hate demons so much so that they are willing to like work with angels and other things to get rid of demons. They don't give a fuck about devils. They have that's a whole other universe from them. They don't give a shit. Then to confuse things anymore, then there are the daemons. And according to the cosmos, it's probably a lesser daemon that's inside of the ball.
A lesser daemon. Okay.
Well, I guess that would explain why
Daemons. Yeah, daemons are they're still very much evil, but they are neutral as far as other things go. They're not like devils. Like they don't make deals and follow ornate laws and rituals and stuff like that. They're not demons who want nothing but like death and destruction to literally everything. They're more like chill, go with the flow kind of evil. That's what the daemons are.
I would imagine like as they're like trying to figure out what this thing is, like Laria's eyes just like glow.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's the cosmos.
If this thing can tell the truth and all that, then it must be tied to fate. And Laria just has like, she just asks the cosmos, and they're just like, yes.
And daemons. A common thing about daemons is daemons are generally considered to be sort of precognitive, like they know the future. Kind of things, which that's a relatively common skill amongst daemonkind. So yeah, this thing is probably using a special ability that they have, which is called Read Omens, which is essentially where you ask it a question and then it looks into the future and gives you information on that. It can only do it once per day, so that's why you get the one free question that it tells the truth on. Everything after that, though, is just it possibly bullshitting.
I like this guy.
I like this boy.
But yeah, you guys have just had this thing in your back pocket. It's just sitting. It wants to eat flesh. It wants to eat flesh because it likes to harm things because it is evil. But
it's evil adjacent.
But it only really wants to harm like small animals.
Telltale sign of a psychopath.
Just said this thing is friendly though.
Friendly in their quotes.
It's preferred. So you guys,
I mean, we haven't mistreated it. So like, if it were to, we haven't mistreated it. So like, if it were to escape, I don't think it would hate us specifically. So like, we're the one to trap it in this 8-ball form, and all we do is ask it questions.
Yeah, you guys didn't trap it. Somebody else put this in the 8-ball, and also wrote instructions about how to care for it. Which you guys do have. That's also in the box. It's a folded up piece of paper with instructions on how to care for the 8-ball. But yeah, these particular creatures are they're little balls of like hatred and bullshit. And their favorite prey is which they don't need to consume it for like sustenance, like on an organic level. They get sustenance out of the pain and terror that they're causing to the creature as they eat it. So like, but their favorite prey is house pets, and small children, like toddlers and babies.
Jesus.
That is their favorite like consumable.
Yeah, let's
Well, thankfully didn't ask us for
That's
that.
why they say for ages 10 and up. For Magic Balls.
God, Johnny.
Other than that, so you guys are more aware of what you're dealing with here. This thing is tied to the item, so it can't like leave the item or do anything like that. But it can otherwise communicate to you whenever you want to talk to the thing. It's just there's only that one opportunity per 24-hour period that it will give you, an answer that is not laced with bullshit. And the more that you talk to it, the sassier and like uglier it gets in its communication.
Saucy little 8-ball.
Yes, it's a saucy little 8-ball, and it does require sustenance in the form of a sacrificial small pet every now and again, just to kind of like keep it happy.
Tim just like starts to move slightly to cover Dr. Tremors.
Oh god,
Yeah,
it could have eaten Dr. Tremors at any time.
Yeah.
Dr. Tremors starts rummaging through the backpack, and the 8-ball just opens up like a mimic and just
because according to the care for the Magic 8-ball, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to leave it out overnight on a windowsill. And with the implication that the moonlight is reaching, but really it's just that while you're asleep, it will go on the hunt, and then return to the 8-ball like before dawn. But like I said, it doesn't actually need to consume anything or like die of starvation.
It's probably a good thing we fed it so that it didn't try to kill my pets, my turtle and Dr. Tremors, and included.
Could it eat the turtle? The turtle feels kind of big.
Well, it is a pet, and it is defenseless.
It could kill the turtle. It could kill the turtle. So, like, technically, yes, it could get sustenance out of causing the turtle terror and pain in its last moments. But you would just have a dead turtle on your hands. That's what this thing has been. The thing is that when it's inside of the box, like it's rotty, battered cardboard, which is a material that no one has invented yet, by the way. It's cardboard. It's cardboard 8-ball box. So long as it's in there, it can't leave the box. Like the box actually holds the thing in, but you have to take it out in order to communicate with it. But also, if you have it out and you leave it out on a windowsill, it'll go out and it'll hunt like a small animal, and nibble on that. It cannot go farther than 1 mile from the ball. That's its hunting limit. So anything within a 1 mile radius sphere of the ball, that thing can go hunt down. And like I said, it specifically targets house pets and babies,
small children.
What a fantastic note to end the session on.
Yeah, for real. Yep. Our death mimic that we carry around.
Yeah, and we carry around
and the funny thing is the specific type of demon this is a cacodemon.
Oh, like the thing that Doom is?
From Doom.
Zany rides on.
Zany, come call your thing back.
Zany has a
pet babies
demon named Coconut.
Don't get Coconut. It's eating babies again.
It is a cacodemon. It is a cacodemon. It is roughly the size of a softball, like in its natural form. It's roughly the size of a softball. Yeah, it's a little babby. It is 90% mouth.
He hungry.
And with an eyeball, and that's out the window of the 8-ball at you when you talk to it. And then it uses a form of its telepathy to project text onto the glass. That's how this magic item works. This magic item that I gave you guys at the very fucking beginning of the game.
It's a fucking Doom cacodemon. And it's a babby one. That's so cute. It's actually really clever too.
It's a little baby cacodemon that will just answer a question for you for free because it can do that, and it is bound to answer that truthfully. after that, all bets are off.
Yeah,
So
honestly,
it won't.
yeah.
So it's not. It is under no pretense whatsoever to tell you the truth on
well, that's the
anything that you
funny thing.
talk
You
to it
said it's
about for the next
bound
24
to tell
hours.
you truthfully. You said it was bound to, but like apparently the binding wasn't strong enough that when it was in the room with Gregorian, he was like, "Oh, please, fuck, get me out of here. I don't want to answer this question while he's in the presence of."
It'll tell you the truth, just not right then. It'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
today you'll get a truthful
exactly.
answer to your question, just not the moment that you want it.
Yeah, basically, it didn't use the ability at the time when you asked the question. It didn't use the ability. It
Oh
communicated.
hell no!
Get me the fuck out of
What he
here! I don't want to
said.
be eaten. I don't want to be eaten by this thing that is much, much bigger than me on the like divine scale.
It's more interesting how the crab sheriff thing didn't really seem fazed by us, like whipping this thing out in front of it and like saying like, "Hey, can you use your ability to check if it's on the up and up?"
He doesn't understand the will of mortals clearly. So he probably just like, oh, is this some weird mortal thing that they just do randomly that they don't understand?
Right.
I mean, I'll argue that in Callie's sake because he did say we mortals all look alike.
I mean, yeah, he said, dude, he was saying like your kind when Callie was saying.
What do you mean by
that? It's like your kind. Buddy, look, I ain't a dwarf, okay? I ain't a short, angry man who likes digging and drinking beer all the time.
Look,
you're a rockin' stone.
Rockin' stone.
Listen, racism on a level you can understand is so far down on the scale of evil. It's not even enough to make this thing twitch.
No, he's so
racism
racist,
is not a thing to it because it hates everything.
It hates everything.
He's so racist. He goes back to around being not racist.
It's everything mortal, I assume. It hates everything mortal, I would assume, and it being an immortal being, it wouldn't really care that. I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense though, right? Like, it's kind of like a human, like gazing upon ants, right? You don't care like what ants do, right? Because to you, they're just they're small.
It does not give half a shit on like why you guys do the things that you do, what you're doing. It does not give a fuck. But it does give a fuck about what demons do, and it does give a fuck when one of you mortals help demons out. So,
oops.
So I guess us having one trapped is like just skirting by the edge of okay for it.
A daemon.
Yeah,
well, it's not a demon. It's a daemon. It's different.
Yeah, it is again different, but also like this thing would not care. You know, it's like, it's like Callie could walk into a place where somebody who has like an aquarium filled with like fish. Like Callie's not going to be like, oh, so you like keeping aquatic creatures in captivity? Like suddenly just have.
Free my aquatic brothers and sisters, and then just kills all the fish.
All right,
by just suffocating them.
Calm down, Aquaman.
You say that. You say that, but Callie's like got a sea turtle now. She's starting to think about making her own aquarium. It's like, she free my.
All right. Well, before it gets any later, I'll say goodnight to y'all and.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are done. Have a good evening. Thank you again for showing up for my stuff. I'm glad that we were able to like break our month-long hiatus unintentionally. But yeah, we have hit officially also the halfway point of this particular arc, and from here on out, it is nailing down these little threads, and you guys will be to level 10. Do go ahead and give all of yourselves 50 XP for the session, and
what's our
bing bang
current
boom.
720.
720, yeah.
With the boost. All right.
So that's 770.
770, yeah.
Oh, so it's 770. Okay, yeah. So we're actually pretty close to level
we
up.
were at 7. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. You were getting
level
close.
10. Level 10.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I'll hop off for now.
Yep.
Take care and happy 2-year anniversary.
Good night.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say happy 2 years.
Good night, everybody.
Wahoo.
Wahoo, indeed.
Bing bings included.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for me too. And thank you all so much for joining me on this lovely game. And thank you to our lovely game master. And thank you to all the other players. And thank you to all our viewers. Thank you so much for being here and making this comeback a very special stream. And yeah, I am definitely glad to be back. I know it's a bit not usually what I usually like to do, but I just think that, you know, it's a special occasion, might as well make it, you know, something special. We're gonna go ahead and raid Tiefling Melissa. If you don't know, they're doing this little kind of 24-hour it's not a subathon, is it? No, it's like it's some kind of thing. They're trying to raise funds for their, oh my god, 544 hours. Oh my goodness. I don't think they need any help on that, but we're still gonna show them some support. And the raid message is gonna be some crabs. But yeah, thank you all so much, and thank you again for everyone who stopped by. And hopefully by next week I will be back in full, and I am raring to get back to streaming. Thank you all so much, and again, here's a little raid message. Just be little crabs. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely night, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Have a good one. Mwah. Let's see, I guess I can just hit raid now. Yeah, that should be good.
Oh, welcome